Praxis good bedtime, GN.
How Good night, Betsu. Hey, Pixel. No, back home. I don't wanna go back home. I don't wanna go back home. I don't wanna go back home. Go back home. I don't wanna go back home. Sunway.
For a moment, I was like,
What the fuck? New Whisper, I haven't seen this one.
Well, that scene is not correct. Wait, actually, does VRChat have Spout yet?
I saw the chat box that was like, people over.
Spout, it's what you can use instead of window or game capture.
ready for the video world? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Give me one moment.
You like it?
This thing isn't working.
Yes. I think it's gonna have a good video player. But it's also just for world exploration. I've been like very excited to show Core this one, and it's a comfy map, so I figure it'll still work for the video day.
I guess not yet. It's like different this time. I know.
I cannot tell you how happy I am. The recording I did came out fucking flawless.
Oh, that's good.
I have like a 2-minute window to record a transition of a dynamic event in the game that happens once every 3 hours. And this event has a plus or minus 5 minutes on its transition. So I have 2 minutes to hit a 10-minute window. And on the second try, I hit it.
Nice.
So I'm sitting here like, let's fucking go! We'll see. I still need to record some sections. There's another transition I need to hit. But I got the important one. Ready? So this world core, invite plus, right? I don't know why I'm asking right now. This is by Etoile Doll, a friend of mine. I don't know if you know Etoile.
I do not.
She works on worlds, and this is one she came out with just recently.
Between Scylla, Charbidus, Scylla? Hello. Hi, Dwayne.
Liking this so far. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen you rate them with those.
Yeah. Where'd Core go?
I don't know why I'm expecting a minimap on the corner of my screen.
This little doll here. This is Etoile.
That's Etoile Doll. That's Etoile Doll.
Cute.
Uh-huh. That's the Etoile doll.
Oh, cute.
Doll of Etoile doll.
Doll twal.
What's this prefab? I must have it.
I gave them your link this if they wanted your reaction to it, but I don't know if they're actually doing something right now.
It's very comfy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the pit.
Yeah. There's one thing that I'm like waiting for you to see. Like you could walk in this place. I did walk here once.
Heck.
Sniffa.
The fuck?
He's out of control today. He's had too much coffee.
Oh, VIP. Oh.
Okay, all the games are down here. All in one spot. Or how did you get in there? What are you doing in there?
I was in here when she was testing it a little bit. And this branch had colliders. And so I saw her like running and just go, I need to fix this. And then the other thing was there was a bug with the windows where you would walk into them and you wouldn't hit a collider. You would hit a fucking launch pad and be yeeted into space.
Oh,
Oh,
a flipped
that's
normal,
bad. It just needs to be flipped around.
or a flip collider.
Yeah.
I need
Oh.
to look at that bed again.
Hmm. They have poker here. I
need to
haven't
look
seen
that little-
poker before.
Less of the bed in this room.
Oh. I like that.
Sleep.
Can we like turn off the lights though?
I think there's post-processing settings at the spawn, but I don't think there's a real-time light in here. Oh, look at this. Decoy.
Oh. Yay.
Yeah, so as it turns out, Etoile is a huge fan of Tunic.
Oh.
And her avatar actually has a bunch of like phrases and sentences on it written in the Tunic link.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And she got the IRL plushie, which apparently it has like on the tag written in the runic language. It says for cuddling.
Nice. If one knows how to translate the language.
Well, I imagine anybody that's getting this guy IRL has an idea about that.
Space fish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cute fish.
Hi, Fishy. Hi, Jack.
Hi. I got a case for, so I made a case for that what do we call this? I guess an action figure? A doll? What is this?
I
Oh,
call
that-
it an
that
action
print.
figure. I also called it a coal generator.
Oh, Shut the fuck up.
Oh, right.
Can I tell that story?
Sure.
Like 20 of them?
In one of the group chats, Bradle was sharing Satisfactory stuff. And he makes this coal generator factory that's like really pretty. It's clean, and I haven't seen one like this, so I'm just like, ooh, that looks nice. And so he posts his picture of his coal generator factory. And then Core posts this little like 3D printed action figure. Was it 3D printed or was it something else? Core posts this little action figure, dude. And I'm like, nice coal setup. And Core's looking at this and she goes, nice coal setup. The thing right above it is a little action figure, dude. What the fuck do you mean nice coal setup? And I'm like, up one. Up one, Core. It was really funny.
The fuck? Yeah, so I made
That's
a little
not 3D
case.
printed, right?
Huh? The what?
Is it 3D printed?
Is
the action figure?
The action figure? Oh, it's 3D printed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like printed all the individual bits and then put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. And then I made a case for it.
Pose mannequin, but you know.
I made a case for it so I can go on the trip and I'm not worried about it like flying out everywhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking that with you?
Yeah, I want it as a pose reference.
Oh.
And it actually holds
Where
this pose really
to?
well, huh? we can
which
just. Oh, which TV?
I'd imagine this one would not be ideal for food videos.
Depends. Do you want to see a bunch of leaves?
That's a lot of censoring going on. Just cover it with the leaf.
Well, it might be able to work here.
I would think the pit one would work the best,
But like, this is a comfy bed.
I think every TV has something comfy.
I think that's good. Actually, Sen, are you able to put stuff up here?
Can I click through the pillow? Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually going to be a lot easier since I'm in desktop mode.
Oh, you're quiet,
I
son.
just wish I was in guard. Yeah, let me pull this mic a little closer. How do I sound now?
The same.
No. Yeah, unfortunately everyone will turn me up and then I'll blast their ears out when I get back in VR later.
Dia's been talking about this manga called Love Bullet. Have you guys seen it? Post about it on Twitter?
About what?
I don't think so.
Love Bullet. It's like
Never heard of it.
it's like this manga where
Sounds like a toy.
it's like it's like where this manga where there's what was it? If you if you die alone, I guess, without love, you become a cupid and you help find love for other people. And
Wow, that's miserable.
and I think, is that how it works? And like if and bows are too slow nowadays. So they have guns.
Guns.
Hey, Logitech. What the hell? It's a Chernobyl.
Hey, he's back.
Yay! Oh, one moment.
Trade-off is
Huh? I gotta get some food.
the trade-off is me, however, and sometimes push to talk just decides to stop working.
Oh.
Verbal BRB. How much of a difference does this make? We're down here. I don't know if you could hear me though.
I think I can.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Why are you all in
Hey,
here?
You're back.
Yeah.
I said we're doing this world for food videos.
Oh.
And then
There's no food.
I was... Not yet. And then I was like, which TV? You want to do the big viewing pit up at the top? And Cor was like, no, I want bed.
Naturally.
So, no, but you liked Tunic, right?
Tunic is one of my favorite games of all time. I wish I could forget about it. Hey! Get over here.
Decoy. If I remember correctly.
What the fuck? Yeah, so this map maker is my friend, and they fucking love Tunic.
Good. They have good taste.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've moved. I can do this in my living room, and there's nothing else in here, so I've got all this fucking space.
Hog, you can go to the fucking boxing map and start swinging.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm buying Dee's slime kit because she got an influencer pack that she doesn't use.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to stop talking just for like a week, and then I can enter you in a mute boxing match. It'll be mutes only. And I'll bring you in as my mute, but you have to like not talk for a while because they'll investigate us. They'll go back like a week, and stuff. And so you just gotta like lay low and be mute for a while. It'll be pretty easy to pass the test. But then I can, you can go in against these mutes. Now I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be the same thing as taking a dive. You won't have to though, because these mutes, they're fucking monsters. They're animals. You're gonna
I took
get
a year of
you're
boxing.
These mutes are animals, Chernobyl. They don't fight fair. They're ravenous. I'm pretty sure some of them have rabies. You just need to get your ass whooped once, and we'll bet against you. And we'll split it. In fact, we'll split it 60-40 with you getting the 60.
Oh, so I get 60% of the V-Bucks?
Yeah. Well, it'll be
Okay.
Roblox money, but not V-Bucks.
No deal then.
What? Roblox is like
V-Bucks
really
are not-
popping right now.
Yeah, but it's way hard to get your money out of that system. That's why I want the V-Bucks.
You know, that's rigging a betting
the
match.
thing-
That's fraud. It's not rigging it. I just expect him to lose.
What if I win, though?
then I lose a lot of money. And you lose a lot of money.
I mean, I'm not putting any money in
Then why would I be giving you any money?
because I'm doing the fall.
Oh, God. Okay. Then I'm losing a lot of
And I'd
money.
be shutting up for a whole week. You can't do that.
True. I genuinely thought about being a mute when I first got VRChat. And then somebody talked to me, and I was just like, hi, my name's Ewan. Fuck, I failed. Just literally within 5 minutes, couldn't do it.
I lasted
Consider going
about a
mute
day.
sometimes.
Oh, this is the best part. I can reach my hands up now.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's such a nice feeling.
No fucking fan.
Dude, I hated having VR in a room with a fan. Oh my god. You would just... Dunk! And it was just like, fuck! Oh god, is it bad?
Check the fan, check your check your fingers in that order.
Or like, you touch the glass, or like, swing your hand up and hit the glass, you're like, oh god, did it break? I didn't hear any shattering, but... Is he going down in the fourth?
You want me to last 4 rounds?
Snap
Do you think mutes can last 4 rounds?
I would be impressed if you lasted 2.
What? Oh, come on. Give me something.
You know what the best part is? This story and all things is obviously a bit that I've made up. The mute boxing matches are not made up though. I actually know of a mute boxing fight club.
Can you
Can
you talk about it?
Yeah. It's not like underground fight club. It's boxing, so it's it's legal. But it was run by It Was Me EO, who recently got partnered, by the way. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't.
He you know that battle simulator game where it's like I spawn 20 soldiers and I spawn 10 crossbowmen. Who wins?
Totally
you know that game?
Battle Simulator tab.
Yeah, that one. His avatar was one of those, and then eventually it was one of those in a Bowsette cosplay. It's
she's dying.
Hello?
pretty great to see one of those with its
That's a
fucking
fucking
googly
nerd.
eyes.
Listen here. You
And yeah, he moved. He joined the fucking Air Force, moved to Japan, and streams there now. So he goes live at like 3 a.m. for me, and I never get to see him anymore.
What?
I was talking about EO
Oh.
and my plans to enter Chernobyl in his mute boxing fight club.
What?
But
don't think you can
Chernobyl
take
has
it?
to like not talk for a week.
What? What? You know, you could probably enter me. I
Sweet.
don't have to talk that much.
I don't think you could take it, Core.
Really?
Also, I've seen your yapping streams. You'll stall for 3 hours before you get to a game.
Huh? Can't believe this.
I mean, crows
Can't
do
even
like
defend
to
it.
mimic. Just natural. Oh, is it broken again?
Is
You
it broken?
can't say that, you.
Yeah, excess overlay.
Oh, that thing will fucking break. You guys have to like scoot over so stream can see you.
Screw.
I thought I was in the thing.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Wait. So no, you gotta put the tunic doll back.
Hello there. Welcome back to another
Are you
episode
right?
of Arcade with Albert, where
The
this
people
time
must
we'll be
see it.
cooking on big smokestack.
Guys, is this quiet for you?
Now, in the game, he's famously known for having
Oh, Babbage videos are always quiet.
at a place called Puckabell, where he orders 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda, which is a lot of food. And after some digging and after
Even
doing some
closer to a
research by
Taco Bell
watching
than I was
many
before.
people's wonderful analyses on both Reddit and YouTube,
Is
we have
that
come up with a
good?
somewhat concrete plan to take this on and take this into the
Only
real
time will
world of
tell.
food. This episode is sponsored by AG1 is a
One way to
daily
find out.
foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. AG1 is great for jumpstarting my day with everything I need to tackle a day of shooting or editing. I love
Alright, how's that now, guys?
Drinking AG1 daily is another thing I can get behind. AG1 is full of micronutrients to keep my body nourished all day, every day.
Then I hear
Focused
thunder.
while also giving me
That looks like the
drinking
Soylent
AG1
packets I
part of
used to
your daily
get.
ritual, you're setting yourself up right.
Hmm.
You're supporting your immune
Sounds
system
like a
with
little bit
75
Soylent.
vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. You'll find that by drinking AG1 regularly, you'll have improved focus, mental clarity, and concentration. The big bonus for this time of year, AG1 supports immune health, giving you your daily dose of vitamin C, zinc, and more. Head to the link
my
in the
chair?
description below to get a free bottle
I
of
walk
AG
It
vitamin
might
too far.
D3 plus K2
It might
plus
not
Better,
surprise them on
uh,
tabletop because I might
first
struggle
purchase
to
of
stay
AG1.
awake right now.
A lot of these wonderful internet
Did a-
detectives
Yeah.
have kind of
Did
figured
a
out that
double
Taco Bell is
exercise today,
somewhat of a
double
cross
workout.
between maybe KFC
I
and
had a
Taco Bell,
fucking
and these are
long
mostly
nap
fried chicken
today.
sandwiches, and this is a fried chicken kind of joint. But
I
they
did
only selling chicken
7.2
products,
miles.
And I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, there's going to be a
And,
lot of chicken that we're going to
ooh,
have to make into
For
sandwiches. So first, we're
3
going to
of
get started
that,
with
I
the
had
chicken
12%
breast. We're going
incline.
to take a couple of large chicken breasts
So,
and cut them into 1-inch cubes. For
I
our
was
number
literally
45.
fucking
Is that too
dripping
loud
sweat
now?
at the end.
A chicken
And,
breast fillet kind of sandwich, more of like that ground chicken patty mixture you might find
that's
at certain
good.
fast
and
food
I
restaurants.
finished,
After
I took a
that's cut into
shower, and
cubes,
I
we're going to
passed
make our
the
seasoning
fuck
mix
out.
to season all of our food.
I didn't know what
This
the
is
fuck
going
to
be
eat
about
today.
a
We didn't
quarter
have
cup of
anything in the
paprika,
fridge
2
because we're like,
tablespoons of
we don't
garlic
want
powder,
food in the
2
fridge right now
tablespoons of
because
onion powder, a tablespoon of ground mustard, a tablespoon of dried thyme, a tablespoon of
Yeah,
black pepper,
usually
and
end up
heavy
eating,
handful of
getting
salt.
takeout the
Now
day
here we
before
have all
travel.
of our chicken portions.
But we had, like, a bunch
They're
of
going
spinach.
to comprise the entire order. We're going to sprinkle the seasoning mix on our chicken tenders, a couple of those in there, our chicken breast cubes, which have been just sliced up, a good amount of chicken thighs that are
You know
boneless,
it's- you know
but
it's a
does
good
have their skin
non-perishable
on
that
because that is more delicious,
doesn't
and a
go
healthy amount
bad
of
on a
chicken
trip.
wings and
Hmm.
drums. In total,
Cans of
there's about
beans.
3 chicken breasts here, 2 for the tenders that we cut up,
One of
6
the first
chicken thighs that
things
are
I bought
boneless
when I
that have
moved.
skin on, and about 30 wings
Couple
and
cans of
drumettes.
beans.
A lot, but really good.
Mhm.
All
So
right,
I had
now
a
we're
bunch
going
of
to make
spinach,
our
so
buttermilk
I
batter. Our wet dredge is
just
going to consist of
cooked
8 egg
down the
whites
spinach
and
with
4
some
cups of
stuff
buttermilk that we're just
and
going to simply whisk together and season with
eggs
a bit of
and
our
garlic.
seasoning mix. Then we're going to make our dry
Oyster
dredge.
sauce.
6 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of
And then
cornstarch,
rice.
and a healthy
When do you leave
handful
for your
of our
trip?
seasoning mixture as well. We want each step of our flavor to be thoroughly colored and seasoned all the way through.
Was it a cruise
All right,
or
once
something?
everything is ready, let's go ahead and start dredging.
Did-
We're gonna
did you
take
just
our
say
chicken
soon?
tenders,
Yeah.
which are basically just either chicken tenders or chicken breast sliced into
Do you-
strips.
do you
We're
know
going
what
to do a double
day?
dredge first into
Yeah.
the buttermilk, then into the seasoned flour, back in the buttermilk, and back into the flour. Give the double dredge so that gets some extra crunch.
What
texture
day do you
outside.
leave on your
Once
trip?
That's ready.
Tomorrow.
Now we're going to dredge our chicken thighs. This one has a lot more cracks and crevices,
Jesus.
so
You make
we're
it
just
sound
going
like-
to do a
You
single
make it
dredge
sound
on
like
this
you're
one.
getting on your
Once
flight
those are
after
ready and are
stream.
resting on a
Oh.
wire rack and set on a sheet tray to both not only
Or,
absorb the
yeah, just
extra liquid
sometimes
into
it's
the
not.
dredge, but also just give it some
people will be
airflow.
watching
You're going
the
to
house
start
as
to
well,
fry.
which would be good.
Frying these at a
Boba.
350-degree oil. First, we're going to fry the chicken tenders for about 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the size, until the outside is completely crispy and golden brown. We're also going to fry our chicken thighs until they're nice and crispy, and then let them drain on a rack. Once the tenders are fried, then we're going to take our
I just got back
seasoned
from a
wings
trip.
and drumettes and
We
just
actually-
dump
Yes,
some
I know.
extra flour and cornstarch in there. We're not going to do a wet dredge.
We
on
actually
this
just
because
saw
that's gonna
a,
create too
a
thick of
game
crust,
trailer
and
for a
honestly,
game that was
I think
like,
wings are better when there's a bit of a thinner crust.
I was
That way
like,
the sauces can stick a
you're
little
a
bit better. These are
boba
also being fried
cafe
at 350 degrees until nice,
salesperson.
crispy, and golden.
Oh.
These take a
But it
little
seemed
bit
like it had a
longer
lot of
depending on
cool
the size of
stuff.
your
Like it
wings
had a
and
fishing
drums.
mini
I
game.
fried
You have to
ours
go
for
around
about
town
7 minutes
talking
or
to
so
people.
until
It's
they're
almost like
completely
Stardew,
cooked
but
through and the skin is nice and
maybe more
and the
like
wings
Animal
and the
Crossing.
drums are
But like
going to
you
be our
run
number
a
6
boba
for
tea
Big
shop.
Smokes order because they asked for extra
One of
dip,
their
which I'm
one of their
guessing
lines
is this
was
nice saucy
matcha
wing
new
with some dip.
friends.
Probably somewhat of a play on buffalo
The
wings
fuck?
and ranch dip,
Oh.
but instead
What?
of buffalo,
Oh, no!
I thought a hot honey would be nice on a chicken wing. 'cause
One
that
of the
sounds
fucking-
honestly
Matcha
a
new
little bit more
friends.
delicious. So that is exactly what we're gonna do.
That's supposed
No
to be a
real
pun?
measurements here, just a good amount
Like,
of
make
honey
new
combined
friends.
with a
That-
healthy
But it
tablespoon
That
doesn't
of
chili
Some
crisp you
make
just
you
put
fat.
in is
Chili
so
crisp,
expensive.
Quadrant chilies,
It's
anything that
close
might
enough.
seem a bit spicy. It could even be chili flakes, chili powder.
These are the pricey stuff.
Once this has reduced, we're going to glaze all of our freshly fried wings and drums and toss that with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter to get a nice, delicious
I feel like I've
coating
heard of
on
that, and I'm
every
like, I
single
don't remember
crack,
that one off
every
the top of
single
my head.
crevice in every single wing. All right.
I was
Good.
getting
Also
roasted
make
for
sure to
my
add
dinner
some salt,
tonight.
just to
All I did
make
was
a little
baked
bit more
potatoes and
flavor
like
in there as well.
butter them a
And
little
for
bit,
the
and people were
extra
like,
dip
"What'd you
part,
put them in?" I was like,
six,
"I
I'm
I
guessing
didn't."
that's kind of
They're
like a
like,
homemade ranch.
"What
Or
the
maybe
fuck
if
is
it's a
wrong
fast
with
food
you?"
restaurant,
Perfectly
Like,
fine.
you guys
That's
know
just
but
baked
we're just gonna make
potato.
ranch
You can
because
just- you
making
can live
ranch
off
is actually
potatoes,
fun
can't
and
you?
quite delicious. First, we're going to prepare our
I
vegetable
could.
herbs. We got
The only thing I don't like about
tablespoons of
potatoes
chopped
is,
chives,
you know,
2
the effort
tablespoons
of cooking them
chopped
each
dill.
time.
We're gonna
No, like, I mean, like,
microcube 2 garlic cloves,
nutritionally.
combine that with a half cup of mayo with half cup of sour cream and some salt and pepper to
reference.
mix. Pretty simple.
Like, I
all
think
together.
90% of
Pretty
your
easy.
nutrition
We're
can
also
come
going to
from
throw in a
potatoes,
couple
right?
of the egg yolks that we had from separating our egg whites from
I
earlier.
actually
so that's
didn't
gonna
know
give it
that.
a nice yellow color and that's
Oh.
a bunch of flavor in
And
there.
movie.
I'm not too worried
Yeah,
that
potatoes
they're
are
not
I have
because,
heard-
well, aioli and mayonnaise have a lot of uncooked eggs and those work for me.
I have heard
Once our
rice
ranch
and
is ready,
eggs
then we're gonna get
covers a lot
started
of
on
things.
some
Not that rice
fries.
has a
Now,
lot
I'm
of
assuming
nutritional
that pretty
value,
much
but
every one of these items
I think
that
rice
is
has a lot.
No,
You
rice
can-
does.
It's
Like a
usually
number
Oh,
for
six
does
or
it?
number 7 usually isn't just
Oh.
a
Yeah, they
sandwich
add
on an item
to-
on a menu. It is
So
something
the
like
only-
a sandwich
GMOs
plus
and
drink
all
plus
that.
fry
The only big
combo.
issue
I'm
is that
guessing
it
all
has,
these
like-
things come with fries, so
it just has a
we're
lot of
gonna go
carbs.
ahead and make a lot of fries. Got some russet potatoes here. Gonna peel them and chop them into thin batons and let them
If
blanch.
you only
In
eat
some
rice,
cold
you'll still
water,
have
just
some
to rinse off
malnutrition,
all
but
the
it's not
excess
gonna be
starch.
as
Once that is all
Like,
rinsed out,
you'd
we're gonna
need
let that
some,
dry with
oranges.
towels, and then give them a thin coating of cornstarch to absorb the
Yeah.
excess liquid and give the surface a little bit more crunch before frying in 350 degree
I
oil
ever
until
mentioned
nice and
how
crispy, hitting them with a
the
little bit of
English
salt
have
as
to
they come
figure
out
out
of the fry.
scurvy
Pretty
3
standard.
times?
Okay, back to the number 45, our chicken breast
3
fillet.
times?
So
3
I'm gonna
times.
take these chicken breasts.
How do you just
cubes and
forget the
slow
first 2
process them
times?
with 2 eggs, a good
Okay,
amount of
that's
salt,
really
with a little
funny.
bit of breadcrumbs to make
Huh?
almost like
I
chicken
forget
nugget or
what
chicken
order
patty
is,
style
but
fast food thing.
they
because
figured-
this is the
someone
kind of thing
figured
you might
out,
find at a fast food restaurant.
I think,
shape
like,
these
Flannel
patties pretty
figured
largely,
out
about
that
the size of my palm or so.
oranges
and chill
will
these so
stop
they're a little
people
bit
from
more
getting scurvy.
malleable and manageable.
So,
We're gonna give them
after
that same
doing a
dredge
study
again.
on people,
These chicken
I
patties are
figured
going
out,
to
oh,
get
this is
dredged,
what
battered,
causes
and
people not to
fried
have
again
scurvy.
at 350
They
degrees.
just had
until
a
nice
Dredged,
brown
battered,
brown
and
side
fried
through, and then set aside
again?
to cool.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so to start, we're going to
Double
start
fried.
by assembling our two
We're gonna
number
put orange
9,
syrup
I
That'll
think
be
are a double stacker
on
from the
chips
chicken
'cause it's
thigh
easy
point
to
of view. We're
store.
gonna take 2
It
buns.
won't go bad
I'm just
like
gonna use
fruits
store-bought
do.
buns here because I think
And
that's
that
what
way
fast
you
food
won't get
restaurants
scurvy.
make. Then we're going to
Problem
place
is,
down
vitamin
a
C
piece of lettuce,
gets
2
broken
chicken
down by
thighs,
heat,
some sauce,
so
which is our homemade ranch, which would go really well.
boiling
A couple
down of the
pickles on
orange
top,
juice
plus the
destroyed the
top bun.
vitamin
Those
C,
are
so
our
it didn't
two
work.
number 9s. Now we're going to assemble
Wait, did they-
our number
and
6 with
did they
extra
not-
dip, a bucket of
not
honey
test it
glazed chicken
after
wings with some
boiling
hot
it?
honey, served with an extra serving of
No,
this
they only
homemade
tested on people
then
with
our number
oranges.
7, which
helps.
is somewhat like a chicken
No,
snack.
They didn't
Got
test
a large
the-
flour
the,
tortilla,
actual
some lettuce, some
application.
cheese, some sauce, and 2 of our
Then
chicken
they
tenders
started
that we fried
using
earlier.
Holy
Spanish
shit.
lines
And
from
present
like
that as a wrap. Our
Spanish
number 45
regions.
we're going to assemble the same way. We got
could
the
that have
buns,
vitamin C
we
in
got
it?
the lettuce, we got the
But then
chicken
once the
breast patty
British
that is kind of
took
like a
over
giant chicken nugget.
Caribbean
One has
colonies,
cheese, one does not. So
they
we're
switched
going
over
to
to Caribbean limes.
Hit it with some sauce, pickles,
Turns
and top
out,
bun.
has very
We're also
little
making sure
vitamin
we
C.
put our fries inside a nice Cluckin' Bell custom
So once
boxes
again,
made by
they had to
Tony. It's really
figure
good,
out
this
how
stuff,
to
but
stop
make sure
Wait,
the
wait,
number
wait, wait.
7
Look
comes
at
in a
this
box
thing.
full of fries, because that to me is not a large sandwich,
It's a
it's a large
spread.
fries. Alright, so after
Holy
we have presented
shit.
Brick's
Those
most
fries
order,
look a
here's
little
what we
bit,
got.
eh,
2 number
but
9s, which is a
everything
double
else is
stacker
good.
chicken thigh sandwich. We
Fries
got
look
one
like
number
they'd
9
be
large
good.
with large fries. We have a number 6 with extra
I would eat the
buttermilk
fries.
ranch,
I'd-
homemade on the side. One number 7.
I don't know if I'd
that's a
like
snack
the-
wrap.
the
2 number
chicken
45,
stuff
one
in
with
the
cheese,
bucket.
one without.
I wouldn't
that's our
like any of
chicken
the
breast
burgers.
fillet patty
Maybe
and a
the
large
one
soda,
on the
which has
left.
to be
Would you
none
eat?
other
Would
than
you eat the?
Even that
Would
one.
you eat the fried
The
chicken
chicken
without all
Ewan?
the other stuff,
Go
Ewan?
straight in for the wing because I've been eyeing that all day.
I saw him
These are
put a lot of
delicious.
seasoning in it.
Can't really say anything
my
wrong
God.
about this. The skin is
Did
crisp,
he?
the batter is thin, but the sauce sticks so
What'd he
good.
put in?
Yes.
honey. It's salty, it's sweet, it's delicious, especially with
I don't know, a
little
lot
bit
of
that sauce.
powders of
All right,
various
let's get to number
colors.
45,
That's the-
that chicken breast fillet
Lots
sandwich
and
with
lots
No,
of
that's
mayo.
no. That's
Rachel wanted to
the
try
that's the
that.
batter.
There we go. Looks pretty good. Nice and bouncy.
Oh, is it?
Rachel
No,
tasted
no, it
Rachel
wasn't
liked it.
like-
So did Tony, but we were curious to see if any of the other things.
I'd be
tasted a little bit
surprised if
better.
it
So we're
wasn't
gonna move on
seasoned.
to
It
the
was
burger
like
that's the
a
most
reddish
exciting.
powder.
Number 9, which is double stacker chicken thigh sandwich. Let's give that a cross section. Yeah, that looks pretty
Oh, I
good.
forgot to
to
look
me.
at chat.
Looks juicy. Looks
Chat.
really crispy on the outside.
That's your typical
It's really,
meal,
really delicious.
Pixel?
have
You eat all
the crunch, you
that?
have the juiciness. You have the sauce, pickles. This is a really good fried chicken sandwich. All right, number 7. Let's just give that a cross section.
The most
as well,
shocking
although
thing
we don't
about
really do that to
food
snack
I've
wraps,
found
but here we
having
are.
come to
Surprisingly, this tastes
Wisconsin
very
is
similar
there's
to
actually
fast
good
food
beer
chicken
in the
snack wraps
world.
I've had growing up. I wish they would bring me back a list.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, I keep reaching back for
Oh,
the honey glaze.
he set that down and it
Especially with that
immediately
homemade
unwrapped and
ranch
blew
wine.
up.
That just, the creaminess with the sauce and the chili
Now,
is
are
just something.
these, like,
It's so
craft
delicious.
beers
Wings are
from
kind of one of my
brewery
biggest
or
vices.
something
They're
else?
dangerous. You put them
I mean,
around
they're
me, I'm
all
just gonna start
craft
eating them no
beers
matter
here.
what time of day or night it
Okay.
is. But I will have to say, this is a lot of food for
But
someone
yeah,
to
like,
be ordering
they're
from a
really,
fast food restaurant
really good
to go,
local
especially
stuff
if they're
that just
on a mission.
tastes like
'Cause,
juice.
It's a lot of fried food and packages and wrappers and sodas and fries to be hanging out in the back, which honestly
it's
the
like,
fries
don't
weren't
get
the
any
most
of the big
exciting part of the
protein
meal. I
beers
think the chicken is
if
the
you
much
know what's
cooler
good for
part.
you.
But to be fair, Big Smoke's a big
much.
dude and there's a lot of guys in that car,
Like
so I
what?
would not be
3 days
surprised
at
if they
Atlanta,
all this
the,
food and maybe had to abandon it in
took us
terms
out
of,
to
you
our
know,
brewery.
being occupied with
And
other
I got to
pressing
sample a
matters.
couple different
That
flavors
being
there.
said, let's pack up our food
Shockingly
to go, make sure that we hand it out to the
Yeah.
staff and the crew here, because it seems like we have a new mission. I have to go steal
Is
some cars, and we got
Wisconsin
some money
the,
to make. So I'll see you guys.
state that they lived
those
in-
police sirens?
in
Oh, gotta go. Don't worry about
Inside
the speed
Out?
limit.
Before they go to San Francisco? No, it's Minnesota, isn't
He,
it?
I can't get over. Did you hear that? He was like, "Oh no, we've got to steal some cars, and oh, I hear some police sirens." It's like this. Like he sounds so like bored with the bit. they didn't even like add police sirens in the post. Oh my fuck!
Oh, it's reloading the video.
Oh,
It should be able to do a playlist.
Oh, is that a grilled cheese?
Meals where I
Oh
show
my
you recipes
God.
that take
Okay.
less than 30 minutes to make. Today we're
Why are
making shrimp
Babish
fillet,
videos
which
so
is basically a
freaking-
super crunchy deep fried sandwich with flavorful minced shrimp on the inside. Start by making a sauce by combining Kewpie mayo, chili sauce, honey, and sesame oil. Set that aside while you mince scallions, then smash and chop up peeled and deveined shrimp. Once turned into a coarse paste, add it to a bowl along with the minced scallions, salt, sugar, MSG, white pepper,
I'm bringing
cornstarch,
anime.
and egg
I'm
whites.
bringing
Give
anime
that a
and
mix
a
before adding in
USB.
sesame oil, then get milk bread and cut off the crust. Stuff the bread with a
Hiya,
generous amount of
Twirl.
shrimp, spreading it evenly, and top it off with another slice of bread.
Oh, look
Make
who
sure
it
none
is.
of the
Oh,
shrimp
hey,
is leaking
Twirl.
out of the sides, then deep fry at 350 degrees
This is your
Fahrenheit
world,
for a
right?
few minutes on each side until golden brown and crispy. If you don't want to deep fry, feel free to air fry it
Oh,
too.
this is theirs?
It's just as good. Enjoy.
Yeah.
I like the world is comfy.
Great job.
Just let me be
Good
able to
vibe.
turn off the
She
lights.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
that you might be able to up there. It might actually be on the options.
I looked through it earlier.
So people who you really don't want having
I love
access
this
to
little
it,
guy.
You're not gonna have access to it. If someone is trying to
They
get
found the
access to
tunic
something
doll,
like your email,
and we're just like,
Surfshark has something called
instant
Surfshark
hug.
Alerts, and you will be notified right away. And this is especially true whenever you're out and about at cafes, airports, train stations.
Yeah, after the video ended, it
private
went back to the
Wi-Fi. These
default
are usually
video.
not very secure at all, and they are great opportunities for people to gain access to your private info. Another reason I keep Surfshark running is because I travel abroad a lot, and if I want to have continuous, no interrupted access to things like U.S. streaming services, so I don't miss my favorite TV shows or
I'm too
movies,
tired.
or, and I mentioned before, a lot
done
of
enough
major
today.
U.S. websites don't even function when you're trying to access it from abroad. So what you can use Surfshark VPN to do is that you can change your digital location back to the U.S. and it's like you never
You're the
left.
sponsor at the
Digital.
very
So
start of
when
the
I am
video.
traveling abroad,
Oh,
just
wait,
to
I
pay
should
my
have it on
bills,
mono
my
if I have a
mortgage,
camera
I use
not
Surfshark
flown
VPN
out
for
like
that.
that.
And like I mentioned, I just keep it running in the background. It's extremely fast. I don't even notice it's
Remember
on,
me
but it gives
to
me peace
set
of
it
mind
back
for
for
less
you
than a cup of
guys,
coffee
yeah?
a day. So if you want to give it a try, go to my link down below. Use my promo code
Yeah,
DUMPLING,
although it's
and
going
you'll
to be
get
a while
4 extra
before we
months.
get back to
See you at Costco.
VR, it sounds like.
These are usually not very secure at all, and they are great opportunities for people to gain access to your private info. Another reason I keep Surfshark
How
running
do
is
I
because
sound, by the
travel
way?
abroad
Am
a
I
lot, and if I
louder than
want to have
before?
continuous, no
You're good, you're
interrupted
good.
access
You
to
sound
things
a
like
little-
US streaming services, so
Like,
don't
I can
miss my
tell
favorite
you're
TV
in a
shows or movies,
room.
or,
I don't
as
wanna say
mentioned before, a lot of
echoey, but,
major
like, there's a
US
little bit of,
websites don't
like-
even function when you're trying to access
Reverb?
it.
I can
hear
So
that you're in a
what you
room.
can use Surfshark VPN to do
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
I'm
you
in a
change your digital location
it's pretty much
back
a
to the
cathedral
US, and
because
it's like
it's
you
a
never
vaulted
left.
ceiling
Digital.
and a
So
hardwood
when I am
floor.
traveling abroad, just to pay
Oh,
my bills, my
you're
mortgage,
doomed.
Very
I
much
use
stuff
Surfshark
on the
VPN for
walls.
that. And like I mentioned, I just
What's
keep it
really
running in the
funny to me is when
background. It's
people,
extremely
like,
fast. I don't even
are
notice it's
like,
on, but it gives me
they don't
peace
have
of
the
mind for
time
less
to,
than a
like,
cup of coffee a day.
absolutely
So if you wanna give it a
perfect
shot,
their
go to my
audio
link
setup,
below.
and they're like,
Use my promo code
sorry guys, the
DUMPLING.
audio sounds like
You'll
shit,
get
it
4
sounds so
extra
echoey
months.
here.
Let's go.
You listen to the video and it's like, sounds fucking fine.
They sound
Yeah.
exactly like they did the day
Good morning, it's Mike
before.
here in Tokyo. One place I haven't been back
So
for
funny
a
to me.
while here in Japan is the local Costco, and I hear there's some amazing stuff inside. Let's go check it out.
Get on it, VRChat Debs.
Well, the microphone should follow the camera and not stay stuck to the person. But maybe for security reasons, they keep it that way.
It'd be cool if the camera did have its own speaker.
Food court was really unique. They had a ton of
I did something stupid the other day. I had my camera, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna go change avatars and fix my trackers behind that tree over there. Cairo, entertain my chat. And so I ran away and went behind a tree, and then I just see Cairo in front of the camera just completely mute because he's so far away from me I can't hear him, and he's just like
for barbecue, everything. Canada Park. It's interesting.
Waving his hands around. I'm like, all right, I'm dumb. He can't say anything.
Canada Park. Also, I think it's maybe camping season here in Japan. Look at the size of the tent.
Also, you can kind of turn up the AO, and that makes it feel less bright a bit, but not much.
Tiramisu. Look at this, mini steam cakes. Look at this, pre-made pancakes. They look pretty darn good too. Oh, look at these giant madeleines.
So it just occurred to me, normally this guy travels, but
this is a
America.
ginormous cheese tart. I thought this was a cheesecake. No, this is a cheese
I
tart.
like how this is a video of him just going to Costco and be like, wow, look at this. Wow, look at this. Whoa, look at this.
I love
Costco in Canada.
I love Costco.
Costco and stuff, like places like it are very North American.
Ribs. Oh, look at this. What is this? Crab pinwheel lasagna.
You're saying you don't want to buy food in a warehouse?
Hawaiian garlic shrimp.
I don't know, it's good. It's cool. It's just, you know, outside of North America, you don't really get that experience.
Sushi sashimi. I remember this.
Oh my god!
Such a good deal.
Look at all that salmon.
Look at all that salmon!
At Tsukiji this morning.
Pre-cut into perfect sizes.
Oh my god, should I redo that meme that I had with the holding up the salmon in front of Hoshi, but like with me, bird?
Packed in salt water from Hokkaido. Giant scallops.
What a bird, this salmon.
Was that caviar? Or like roe? Just a tray full of roe?
This is all seafood as well. Oh my gosh. There's mackerels.
Or maybe a green onion, since you always rave about how much you love them.
Well, it's not the world that's too bright. I just find that there's a lot of, there's a lot of people that make comfy worlds with like bright lights in them. Like the light, it's not like the light, it's like the object of the light is bright.
I found a sample for that.
Like the bulbs.
The emissions.
You want the bulbs to be like an off-white, just to help?
I like, as if I wish they were off. It seems like it would be a big. It seems like it would be a big endeavor though, because it's not like. Because
with baked lights, it's kind of
yeah,
a problem,
with baked lights, I feel
swap
like.
materials with the title.
They're probably just emissives. So.
I don't know. It just seems like it would be a pain. It's just something that I personally would like because. There's so many comfy worlds that I enjoy that but just full of lights. So even when I turn down if I turn down the brightness a bunch, it can still it's still pretty bright. Like if I had my face in Yulin's arm.
Shit. I grabbed the boy.
Also, that thunder sounds pretty realistic. I keep thinking it's like raining outside.
I wonder.
So here's some unique food items.
Not so much the bloom, but the actual brightness. Yeah, like the actual individual light, bulbs. Yeah.
Phenomenal. And you definitely taste that ultra rich, milky flavor of the Hokkaido milk.
I would just like an off state, but I'm not a world creator, so I don't know how difficult that is.
Some kind of smoothie?
Is this the Costco guy of Japan?
Oh, that's super tart. I bet this will go really.
He used to be the convenience store guy of
soup, I think they said.
East Asia.
Inside beef sausage.
Wait, does this guy just go to Costco?
The broth is
Went to
so
Costco
light
in
and
Hokkaido.
the sausage is,
Just
is
that's it?
And smoky. There's cabbage in here. There's beans.
Yeah, I mean,
really
this is pretty
comforting.
cool.
I feel like I haven't seen this guy in 3 or 4 years because Talena used to watch the shit out of him. And he was like, "We're going to McDonald's in Thailand."
Is that a combo pizza? Oh.
Pepperoni, sausage. Let's forget how giant Costco pizzas are. Oh my god.
You're that excited about a combo pizza?
Mushrooms to this too. Pretty much everything you
Costco over here doesn't have combo pizza anymore. It just has pepperoni and cheese.
I went in as soon as it opened, and this place was jam-packed for a good reason. I mean, tons of delicious samples. Everything I tasted was delicious. I can't wait to go home and try out everything I got. And I gotta hurry to get home because I got sushi sitting.
Why? I don't know. Over COVID, they were like, no more combo pizza. Fuck you, Core. Specifically.
So many businesses did that where they cut down services because of COVID, and then when they could reopen them, they're just like, do we really need to?
Combo pizza.
Costco discrimination.
I know Burger King did that because they were in a failing business model where they kept adding new things to their menu, and it was too much for the staff, so all the quality went down.
And then I don't know if
all the shit off.
And then I don't know if my taste changed or if the recipe changed, but chicken bakes don't taste good anymore.
With the beef, solid 8.
I wouldn't be surprised if it changed over COVID.
Sandwich. This is
Look at me, son.
Pork sandwich. Look at this.
I don't know if it was over COVID, but
the whites of your eyes are dark now.
On the outside, then lettuce, tomatoes, and look at this. Then
oh wait, it's the AO. Yeah, because that.
Yeah, I turned up the AO.
Oh yeah, so I become possessed.
That is a
what was it? Yulan Kakariko Village that everyone's sister pitch black because of the AO?
I just like vegetables in my pizza.
This is a really good sandwich. I think it would be better.
Bring Brussels sprouts in your pocket and put them on top of your pizza.
Everything on point. I just feel
I don't know. I don't like.
The lettuce is good. Tomato is very.
Unless the pepperoni is like really good, I don't really like just pepperoni pizza or just. And then I just don't like cheese pizza.
Size of the sandwich. I think if this is somehow
so
toasted,
plain.
it's so much better. Because
I'm never not okay with cheese or pepperoni, but like if the option for meat lovers is there,
I used to like meat lovers a lot, but it just started tasting like a lot. Just feels like a lot.
Yeah.
So I really like my combo pizzas. I really loved.
Fuck, I hear 2 now.
Oh, look at it.
I really loved the Costco combo pizza, but it is no more.
Every single piece here looks at least.
You gotta look at your camera.
Will look like pretty much everywhere else.
And you gotta go welcome, 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 and then wave your hands like this for 20 seconds.
Welcome.
$24. So about 50 cents a piece. 50 cents for a giant piece of sushi. That is an absolute incredible deal. I'm just gonna start with this, the chopped tuna roll.
Yeah, so Noble, what you were talking about with Burger King just constantly adding stuff to the menu, you pretty much described everything under Young Foods, like Taco Bell or Pizza Hut or A&W or whatever. Actually, I don't know about that last one. But they're always experimenting. Oh, and KFC, that's one too.
The rice is good. The tuna is so melty and delicious. Yeah.
Burger King, like, they don't tend to have a lot of staff inside, so it made service super slow. It made the quality kind of drop. They just got rid of everything over the pandemic. And everything got so much better.
Well, I was always complaining how bad Burger King was for a good few years.
This looks so good.
Like, the fries still kind of suck, but the service is better at least.
So they have combo pizza. So they have Costco combo pizza in Japan.
Incredibly sweet. I'm really excited for this seared tuna. I feel like I'm eating this in a
Just go on a trip to Japan and you can have all the combo pizza you want. Because Costco memberships work internationally.
I don't think I'd be able to eat anything after that, though, on my diet.
had before. It's
Fuck your diet. You're on vacation.
It doesn't have that fatty marble flavor like a fatty tuna. It's just really tender with a fantastic buttery
well,
without it being too
after
bitter. I think
some
I like that more
time
than
with
seared
calorie
tuna.
cutting, you just can't eat as much as you
Fatty
used to
pieces.
anymore, too. Which is not a bad thing.
Unlock the second stomach.
It's for religious reasons.
That is some melt in your mouth salmon. That's so fatty and nice. That whole thing.
I'm sort of
Make the pilgrimage.
I'm sort of considering a streaming hiatus.
A lot less fat, and this is the
What?
sweetest piece.
It's just not. It's not like It's not. So it's not because I want to take a break. It's because there's a lot of things I want to do for the stream, but the stream takes up too much time.
I get that.
This is so incredible because I'm watching.
So I want to sit down and work on a lot of different stuff to bring to the stream, but I don't have the time.
Just come back.
I don't have the time to do it.
Giant chirashi bowl.
I want to go to Japan and get
There's
combo
ikura,
pizza.
there's salmon, there's ebi, there's tuna, some squid,
Just love it.
some shrimp.
Yeah, that was a tray full of roe then.
That looks so good. What is that?
Crazy.
All the ingredients here, we dip.
Yeah, I want to develop more for the stream. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of ideas I would have that I want to do for the stream.
The shrimp is just so sweet and tender. You got that nice.
This just sounds like a Nick Robinson video. And I found out that in Japan, their Costco's have combo pizza. So I booked a flight to Japan.
So I booked a flight to Japan.
$25. This thing weighs maybe 2 to 3 pounds. What
Video essay about combo pizza.
And for this chirashi plate. I mean, if they sold these two things at these prices in the US, you would never be able to keep this in stock. Yeah, I think dinner for me tonight is just gonna be this. This is a lot of food.
Now it's like in my head, like when I go to Japan, this is on my itinerary.
Sell for maybe 5 times the price.
Good lord.
Stop in Hokkaido, not to visit any of the great wonders and sites or local traditional businesses, but to go to fucking Costco.
They'll watch a fucking foreigner. I guess they'll watch a foreigner go into the Japanese Costco. Don't buy anything. And walk out with a combo pizza?
Because everything from Costco is
With a whole
ginormous. First one is soba with chashu, some scallions, onions.
What kinds of things?
This chashu
They would kind of be. The reasons that I would want them to be secret.
Is that pork?
What might happen though? So this wouldn't happen right away. I need to do a lot of planning, and I need to commission a lot of art in order to so I can have something to work on.
Those noodles look really good.
But what might happen instead of a hiatus is like a bunch of co-working streams. So you wouldn't be able to see my screen, but I'd be I'd be working on shit.
That could be fun.
What would they see?
Just my avatar.
Okay.
With a chopstick.
On like a black screen or?
Like my chatting screen, you know.
I just bit into a very lean piece. Even
You've seen it, right?
I 100% have, but now I'm like, do I not remember it?
It's like I have a room.
Those eggs are better than perfect.
Yeah.
Yolk. You can actually taste the vinegar in the yolk. That really adds to that umami flavor. I'm already almost halfway through this. This is a fantastic bite.
These are meals on different days, right?
I was thinking that for a moment. I was like, wait. these are all happening.
So this is called hashed beef. I got it, one, because it looks interesting, and two, it's really hard to get from Costco to this hotel. So it's hard for me to try too many things that are overly big, and this was like one of the smallest things I've ever seen at Costco. So it looks like 30 fatty beef in some sort of curry. You really do need to eat this over rice, and luckily I keep a bunch of emergency
For my own mental well-being, I have to imagine it's different days.
It's so good. Wow. Oh, that flavor just keeps coming at you. I haven't even taken a bite of the beef yet. Just that curry alone straight up clocked me in the taste buds.
Oh.
So much sauce.
Wow.
So I moved and I couldn't find any of my culture style of curry, so I had to mix my own curry for the first time in years.
Tomatoes they're using, it's
Oh.
fantastic. It's sweet but not overly acidic. Then there's the crunch from the onions that melts in your mouth.
You're
Fatty
eating
beef,
Midwestern
just all
food
swimming
now.
around in this deep,
No,
rich,
I've eaten Jamaican curry for the past
flavorful gravy.
6
I mean, when you
days.
first
I
take
can
a
keep
bite,
it up.
you get the
Did you
notes
catch
of
what
the
I said,
conjure
Pixel,
flavor.
by the way?
The tomato element becomes sweeter and sweeter, and then that beefy, fatty, rich umami flavor takes over. Then with a little crunch from the onion.
God damn it.
If I lived in Japan, I would keep this.
I
in the
just
freezer
realized
when you don't wanna go
Pixel
outside
saying
like today when it's just
umami
pouring out the hash beef.
when the
It's 2
YouTube video
minutes,
says
rice cooks in less than
umami.
one. It's a
A
fantastic,
little bit of it.
fantastic
Well, I was saying that I want
It's
to.
just sublime.
So what
It's
what
all
might not
about the
happen.
tomatoes.
I might
It's
not
the
do
star of the
a
show.
hiatus, but I might. It might end up being some less gaming streams and some like co-working streams. That might be a little bit less engaging. I don't, or more engaging, depending on if I can talk.
Okay, dinner course number 1. This is
during it.
ajillo. And to cook this, toss some butter in the pan.
I'm going to send you a thing later. See if that might inspire you for those
So there's a
co-working
lot of
streams.
garlic, a lot of butter in this
Oh,
dish.
look
There's
at
also
that.
shrimp, clams, mussels. There's octopus, tons of mushrooms and peppers.
And then this is like, so this isn't just, and then like I'm not gonna just be working on stuff for streaming. I'm gonna be working on stuff for. I think I'm gonna make a new YouTube channel. So that like
really buttery and garlicky.
the main channels are gonna be like stream, or the main channel is gonna be like streaming stuff. But I want to make a channel for like
Not bad.
video
Flavor-wise, like I
essays.
said, garlicky is buttery, a little smoky from the peppers they put in here. You taste the olive oil, the
Lesbian
olives.
gamer content.
Really
Oh
like
my
it.
goodness. I guess
Mushrooms and the octopus.
there has to be a better name for that
Also,
demographic.
for about $20, you're getting a lot of seafood. Let's use
And
this.
yet you can't
So
find
I get this
one.
box of,
I don't know anything about
high instant
demographics.
noodles. 3 different flavors. There's tom yum, there's green curry, and there's cow soy. And when you open these, they actually got a lot of seasoning packs.
True.
Oils inside.
We're down
So
below.
It's funny, I was
really
watching
good.
another
Takes
VTuber
about 4
earlier
minutes to
below
cook.
you.
Let's
Oh,
try the cow
you're
soy.
literally
and they
just-
were
Okay,
commenting
this thing
with the
smells
amount of
really
gifts
good.
My
they have on
beanbag is
screen,
here,
every
so I
comment
can't
a,
head pat
Zoomer
you.
streamer.
Wow.
A what?
low
A
as it
Zoomer
goes.
streamer.
Wow.
With
This
so
is
many
amazing.
gifts on screen.
I did not think it was going to taste this good. It's coconutty. It's really
Aye.
spicy. A little sweet. The broth is definitely
Thanks
soupy,
for...
Hey, Cookie, it's been a
Oh, hi,
while.
Cookie.
but it's got really nice, deep flavors. The little pieces of shrimp in here are amazing. This is instant noodle cow soy. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The coconut milk, the curry, the heat. You taste
I wanna
all
drink
of it.
it.
The flavors are deep. Chase this with some of my shrimp from my seafood plate. Oh, that
So
works.
much food.
That works really,
So
really well.
when we go to California,
with a plate of seafood, because all these
I think
high
all we're
notes
gonna
of
eat is
seafood
Vietnamese
elements,
food down
especially
there.
Shrimp. I can't believe how
No.
I think you're gonna be in luck down there,
next
yeah.
one is
It shouldn't be
green
too hard to
curry.
find.
Well, that's where a lot of
Just
like
the cow soy,
Vietnamese
you
people,
definitely taste the coconut in this
immigrants
green curry. Of course, you
lived.
got the heat, the umami.
So
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of really good Vietnamese food there, and I think that's what
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's what my mom and dad are just want to
Such a
eat
pleasant surprise.
while they're
Okay,
down
the
there.
last noodle, this, I'm trying to save the best for last. What I think is the
The
best.
big news
This
for
is
me,
tom yum.
Core,
This
is
the
that
best one.
my
Wow, I feel
parents
that heat just
we're planning to
go
go
from the tip of my
to
tongue all
the
way
Florida
down my
home for
throat
6
right here.
months,
There's a lot
and
of
there
heat in
was
this tom
another
yum. It
hurricane.
tastes just like a restaurant
Oh,
tom yum.
shit.
So
Yeah.
It's
that
citrusy,
might
it's
have
spicy,
been
it's
reduced
hot, umami.
slash
You taste the shrimpy flavor in the
completely
soup as well.
not
The
happening
heat level,
at
I think, is
all.
Oh,
perfect.
so it
It's just
scared them a
enough to
bit.
hurt you,
A
but
bit.
not do any damage. I think this is better than
Not so
some
much
tom
it
yum
scared
soups
them,
I've
but
had
like
at
we don't know the
restaurants.
damage. Like,
Every single sip is a blast of citrusy heat and pure, deep,
and
rich
depending on the
umami flavor.
damage, it might not be something that they can get repaired. There were still places that were on like waiting lists to get repaired from Irene 2 years ago.
Two more things to try.
So, like-
Save that when I get hungry later. Late dinner time.
No, if they have working stairs,
two Costco
they'll
food
probably
items.
be fine.
I'm so excited for this.
Do you know where
Frozen
the house
Ippudo
was at?
ramen.
Like the location was?
Like I said, I've tried the instant
There are
Palm
more,
Beach.
currently more
Never tried the
people
frozen
South
one
of Tampa.
before. Plus,
immigrating
for dessert,
out
these
of
little
Central
moose
Florida
bites.
than there are
Fine,
people
then.
moving to Central
So when you
Florida.
open up the Ippudo
Whoa.
ramen,
Well, so-
frozen
more
uncooked
north.
noodles
Those look-
in a sauce
It was
pack.
more
And I
north,
have it
but we
cooking
know
up
the
right behind
island had a big
Those look
storm
like
surge.
deluxe ramens.
The North got hit
Oh, look at it!
So,
Yeah.
So there's also a sauce pack that you just
I
mix
think
with
something
water.
Waffle
You can make
House
your soup
index.
as concentrated as you want.
Those look good.
Yeah, that is first of all pretty concentrated flavor. Secondly, it is smoky. I don't even remember Ippudo being this smoky. This is crazy
It's
good.
food video night.
You gotta eat before you come to food videos. I was like full,
Very elastic
and I was like,
texture.
I'm still eating a bowl of
Soup
cereal
very well,
before
and
this.
that
Oh
soup
no.
is phenomenal.
Well, I'm probably going to Asian market
It's
this
definitely
weekend,
very
so
porky
I'm seeing
and
some
rich. You'll
inspiration right
definitely
here.
need to grab.
No, I don't know about lesbian gamers. I don't know if that's a Zoomer. This is. I don't know if that's Zoomer content. I don't think that's Zoomer content that I would be going for. Zoomers are very
from the package of noodles,
Not unless
which
you're
I think also
chaotic.
came from Costco. This will be
Chaotic.
completely off
Which
the
you're
hook.
not. Yeah, the chaotic streamers.
So this mini
Boomer
Video
content.
seems to be more long form than what you would expect out of Zoomer stuff.
It'd be more. It'd be like millennial content.
on the bottom.
Yeah. So put on the
What's he eating?
lo-fi and just chat for
Layer of
half an
raspberry
hour.
jam on top.
Just talk about stuff.
Layer of soft, pillowy cheesecake with a fluffy cake on the bottom.
Or like
Wow,
Pixel
so
says,
soft.
it's
like biting
TikTok
into a little
content.
raspberry cloud. That's easily a one biter. I think this is the passion fruit. Oh, this one's very tart. This is more tart than the raspberry one. That might be a little too much for me. Lemon.
Is that possible?
It is very
Cookie,
citrusy.
thank you
If
for the
love a
resub.
really citrusy bite of dessert, very
Wait, did
sour,
I
very
acknowledge
mouth
Cairo
pucker
earlier?
kind of dessert. That is
I
it.
don't
Like,
know.
raspberry is the
Yeah.
least
Well, in my head, I was
told you
like,
to wave at
cheesecake
the-
and the cake bottom.
in my head, I was like,
I think I'm gonna like the chocolate.
oh hey
one.
Cairo.
As soon
I
as
don't- but I don't know if
open
I
this up,
said anything.
Smell the chocolate. Okay.
Like forgetting
Message
to press
him
the
on
enter
Discord
key when
now.
you message someone.
Kaiwo,
A
Kaiwo.
layer of dark chocolate ganache in the middle, chocolate mousse on top of that same fluffy light cake. I think I'm gonna
I
be sitting
doubt
here eating all
Cairo
of
is
this.
still here because they always end on
I
Fridays
think some of
to
my favorite Costco
start
items
their
here in Japan. Definitely
weekend
love the sushi,
sabbatical into
especially
VR,
how
where they
economical it
don't
is.
get out of
The
VR for
Thai
48
instant noodles.
hours.
Whatever I don't eat here, I'm definitely taking it back. Oh, and that tray of
And
noodles
just
with the
feel like shit the
melt
next
in your
day
mouth.
whenever
Chashu, I
you're
think that
doing
might
your
be my
walks.
favorite thing overall.
Oh,
That's
no,
like
it is-
chashu
it is
that
48
you don't even
hours
find a
straight
lot in ramen restaurants,
of,
but you'll find it in
club
Costco in Japan.
dancing,
Last time I filmed the Costco video here in Japan, I
videos,
just ate at a
sleeping
cafe
in
Costco,
VR,
that's about it. Here I
partying,
was able to do
drinking.
more of a deep dive. There's so
Yeah,
And then on
because
Sunday is a,
so if you are ever traveling in
oh
Japan,
god,
and
we
save
got
some
work
money on food,
tomorrow.
Costco's
Exactly.
a really good option. And that wraps up another Costco review. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.
So wow, he literally just does Costco's now. That's like a thing for him.
Huh.
Lego.
Land. Oh, we're going to Universal, right? I didn't know that. I didn't know that
Yeah.
Universal had like I forgot that Universal had the Mario section.
Oh. No,
Aw.
there you go.
True.
I just was like, oh yeah, I'll go because I figured it'd be fun. It's Disneyland, but like I didn't have anything I'd be like. I didn't know if I'd have anything I'd be particularly excited about, right? But Mario World would be cool.
I have never gone to Disneyland without getting violently sick.
Oh,
So if somebody was like, hey, let's go to Soulish asked to join. Let's go to Disneyland. I'd
Soul?
probably be like,
Soul
I
can join.
really don't want to. Soulish?
Lego
Yeah.
chicken.
Soulish? Oh wait, who?
I don't know if it's a Soul you're thinking of. You have met Soulish before.
They're comfy. They're cuddly.
Blueberry salt?
Okay.
No. Not solo.
Oh, okay.
I want to go to that that one theme park that one YouTuber was talking about. Fuck, what was it called? Evermore.
Never heard of that.
Is Evermore still running? There's no way that place hasn't been shut down.
Holy fuck.
Oh, she's chomping.
Evermore Park, yeah. Is it shut down at this point? It might be, yeah.
It closed in April of this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Rip to
place
that
was
idea.
not being run well.
No, it's not, but it sounds...
Better or worse than
It sounds like fun. It doesn't have, like, rides, right?
No.
It's just...
look at the actors and interact with them sometimes.
Ask for quests.
Hi.
Good to see you, Lynn. Oh, it's in one day. Gorgeous.
Just turn and see a flying kick coming my way.
We're watching food videos.
Don't test me. I'll kick you again.
Oh, she's
Don't
dangerous.
do
Dominance
it.
over here.
Chernobyl's nice.
I will murder everybody.
No,
Nice way.
why?
Abus is my middle name.
Yeah, so reading up at Evermore, it looks like they just ran out of money and shut down as a result.
Yeah, sounds about
Yeah,
right.
it's being run badly.
It's not badly in, like... It's not badly as in, like, dangerous. As badly as in, like...
Yeah.
They didn't make money.
Or management.
Yeah, I was
Hi.
thinking Action Park when you said like ran badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't even finish the whole park.
Nope. Miko ring.
Just to make sure you know, Core is live.
Core is love. Core is live.
Yeah?
I figured Soul knew, but I figured I should
Oh,
you know,
someone bought it?
just be sure.
No, actually.
What's up?
Buy Evermore.
That
And
was like
for how much money?
Crunch.
the food
Ed-
actually looks so fucking good. I love when the yolk is runny. Also.
Yes.
I don't think... let me guess. Yulin doesn't like runny yolk.
Correct, I
I
don't.
don't know.
If you don't like eggs,
Yulin
I
likes
like
spoiled
scrambled.
eggs.
This person over here. They have better food.
What the fuck?
I like scrambled and I like hard boiled.
You know, you don't go to Yulin for food takes.
Yo,
acceptable. Better than my
I
family.
bet they still have Lunchables for breakfast every day.
What?
That's right, my uni.
I do not have Lunchables for breakfast. I have Lunchleys, thank you.
Fuck is a
It's not
lunchly?
even a thing.
A Lunchly is the collab project between Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI, and it has Mr. Beast chocolate and Prime Energy drink in it. It is
What?
Oh my god.
What is it though? What is the final product?
I mean, it's literally designed to just be a Lunchable.
Energy drink?
No.
No.
Oh,
It's,
no,
it's,
okay,
it's a
chocolate.
Lunchable.
It has those individual items in it.
Yes.
Feel bad.
I don't know. I liked a lot of the stuff that Mr. Beast did until this collaboration feels a little weird because it's fucking Logan Paul.
I still like a lot of the stuff that Mr. Beast has done. It's really hard to look at curing the blindness of 1,000 people, investing a lot in ocean cleanup, planting 1 billion trees. It's really hard to look at all that as like, oh, he's a bad person. But you know, a lot of it has been for content.
He was starting to scale up too much, and maybe he needed to pull back at some point.
I don't know.
He needed a lot more quality control. He needed a lot more like, hey, we need to make sure we're following rules. There's been a lot of abuse in production. There's been a lot of because it's YouTube, we don't need to follow like production set laws, and so
what
like,
the
there's
fuck is
specific
this?
laws that you're supposed to follow.
Holy shit. That looks so good.
This is decadent.
The gravy looks so fucking juicy.
Oh.
Pharaoh?
T-bone.
I'm actually probably gonna
Got
invite
steak.
my friend to dinner tomorrow.
Oh,
This is their birthday. And I'm using them as an excuse to eat steak. On happy hour. On happy hour time. I don't wanna go to a restaurant on my own.
I'm not gonna get in my steak talk.
I don't see myself ever going to restaurants, but I can see it being more likely when it's like in Japan, it's like the single seat restaurant with like the blinders all around you.
What the fuck?
What about when we go to TwitchCon, Yolan?
It's always a lovely experience.
Oh my god. I mean, I'd probably go with like special events, and like I go a few times a year when my parents are like, hey, we're going to a restaurant to celebrate your mom's birthday. Maybe. But like, restaurants are kind of a stressful experience for me.
We can just bring food for you, Yolan. We just bring it in.
Why is it a stressful experience?
and then we put it on a plate.
I'm so picky.
Kill me, big baby.
You heading out, Cookie?
Is that baloney?
I forgot I was supposed to talk to someone.
Wait, you have to give me a hug, Cookie.
And I can't go lower than this. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go hug Corey. No, I'm such a picky eater that like I always stress out about does the restaurant have something that I'll want to eat, and then I'm thinking about the money, and then I'm just in a crowd of people and I'm just like, I would rather
ignore the money. You're spending money either way, so like
I'm
spending a lot less money
if you go there.
if I have a bowl of cereal.
You can just go there and get a mac and cheese from the kids menu.
I mean, if they have it, absolutely. Restaurant mac and cheese is goated.
Sometimes.
Can't we just bring food? I'm sure that would go over well.
Yeah, but that's weird and embarrassing. That's like
You wouldn't do it?
you're the person that goes to a restaurant. I wouldn't like doing it at all. I would rather you guys all go to a restaurant and I like take a nap at the Airbnb. Or like, you know, if I know what the restaurant is and I'm like, that sounds like they'll have something I like, I can try it, but
I guess
stresses me out.
we just do a bit of planning then. Not to like
Are you planning to go to TwitchCon together next year?
I'm not, but Core is like, no, it's happening, and I'm like, ah.
Well, I'm with Core, it's happening.
I would just like you to come.
Oh god.
There's always McDonald's, Yolan.
Fredo's gonna be there,
There is
Yolan.
always
They're
McDonald's.
everywhere.
Well, now I don't want to come. Alright, I was expecting it. What did Fredo do? I do like Fredo.
Sen, I want to get Sen to come too.
I'll try to figure something out. Yeah.
We have the date already and the location.
Oh really? I
Wait,
didn't
next
hear that.
TwitchCon already has
Where's it
a
happening
date
next year?
and location?
Yeah, I was like at a fucking party and I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? It's already, we already see the fucking date. It's in October or
location?
sometime.
Did you-
It's San Diego again.
Did you hear about the VTuber party?
Oh, same place.
The VTuber party?
There was an exclusive VTuber party where a bunch of people got roofied.
Oh. I heard a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But that happens like every year or
Thankfully, they were all with friends, and nobody, as far as I know, got taken advantage of. It was like they're drugged up, and their friends are like, "We're getting them the hell out of here."
That's scary.
Obviously, very traumatizing experience, but
yeah.
I mean, I kind of expected one of these stories
really
to happen.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, the big issue.
It wasn't run by the con.
No. The issue is that none of these are all of these are outside of the convention. They're run by people. Sometimes they'll be hosted by some of the companies there, but a lot of them, like the one I went to, is like the VRChat community party.
It's probably be a good idea in general to not do those events at like bars anymore.
This one was at a Airbnb. That one I went to.
Part of the problem with this one.
That's super fucked.
I love it. Oh.
Part of the problem with this one was that it was very exclusive. You had to have a QR code to get in. However, the QR code people were sending, like, they'd get in with their QR code and then send it to their friends and get in with the same code and then send it to the third friend and get in with that code.
Right.
And the code was just basically being like, "Yep, they're good to go." And that was all that security needed. They said they only let in like 320 of 350 people, but they still had to call like a fire marshal for overcapacity. And apparently it was like connected to a building. There was like a general party for TwitchCon, like that just anybody could get in with a $5 charge.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, that's what people like filtered in from across there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's poor planning.
Supposed to be very VIP and exclusive, and that's why a lot of the VTubers there were like, there without masks and whatnot, because it was supposed to be the big anonymous VTuber party. And then some of them got roofied, and
that's crazy.
Apparently they had drink covers, and a lot of people went to the bar and were like, "Hey,
that thing's bigger than her head."
They went to the bar and they were like, "Can we have do you have drink covers?" And they were like, "Yeah, we have drink covers. Can we No.
It's odd because
what?
So I saw that tweet, but like the company that ran the party replied and said we didn't have drink covers. So I'm like did they or did they not? Either way, it's pretty bad. But like
said they didn't.
Well, either way, it's pretty bad. But
said they went to the bartender and were like,
I don't know why they would.
And they said yes.
I don't know why they would lie about that though.
I can easily see like someone mishearing or someone at the bar just saying something.
Or maybe the bar personally had some drink covers, or like.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm echoing.
I think Solish's got a little voice activity going on. Your mic is picking us up a little bit.
Oh, I haven't heard anything. I should find a boba place because I don't know one around here yet.
Oh.
What is that? Oh.
But yeah, like the VRChat party is typically like alright. Don't think anything's happened at them lately. Until like I guess this year.
It was roofied.
This year someone got like a bit too drunk and rowdy.
Holy.
That was just one incident.
Did you hear about it?
That was not okay.
Well, you told us.
Oh, I did tell you guys about it. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. Glad I wasn't there. It seems like a lot of people didn't know what happened though, because it was such a big party.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I haven't heard anything about anyone getting hurt either, so it kind of just seemed like somebody was being like, haha, I'm gonna be a little prankster and just roofie a bunch of drinks and not actually try and make anything happen. Are we still talking about the roofie party or something else?
The one I went to.
Oh, okay.
Something else.
Also, holy shit, that donut.
Look at him.
He's so cute.
Oh! What happened? So, someone got too drunk at the party I went to and like got in a fight. Someone I know pinned them down, and someone had people get the cops. I don't know details though. I do know that.
I'm so curious, and I want to know all the names, but you probably don't want to share those.
No, not on stream.
No point stirring up pointless drama.
Actually, wait, you might have told me already, and I went, I don't know any of those.
I don't know either. Novi, intermission.
Normal getting too drunk
Being
things.
the babysitter.
Kind of, but it's like it's more like a normal thing just because there's a lot of people, but like most people don't get violent when they're drunk.
Where do you go
Too
and
drunk.
get food cheaply and quickly?
Right.
The horse?
The fuck? It's like, and it's super not.
It's one of these horses.
And it's super not cool if you're like
video, right?
If you're getting like violent when you're drunk. It's like super uncool.
Outside
There's also
towns
like
and cities, most people in the medieval period prepared their own food.
You know,
if you were relatively modest or peasant,
with
for
how much
example,
drama
which
there is in the
most
VRChat
were,
community, right?
you'd have your
If
own
a lot of that
hearth
drama
and you'd make food
comes
in
out
a skillet
when someone gets
or
drunk,
a ceramic,
like
or
I've seen
iron
somebody
pot.
get
There
drunk
were
and they
things
just go,
like
you know
frying
what, this
pans and
person's a
around,
mother effing,
especially
and
later
then
on in the
just
medieval
slurs, and it was like,
basically
whoa,
you made the food
and
yourself. If you were rich, you had ovens and you had a kitchen and you had staff, and they would prepare the food for you. But in towns and cities, things started to change. It was about the middle of the medieval period when cookshops started to appear. These were medieval fast food. And what I mean by fast food is food that is ready and waiting for you. It's been cooked, not to order, but it's been cooked to be consumed, but nobody quite knows who's going to buy it yet. You could just go up to the cookshop and buy a pie and consume it there and then. Around the middle of the medieval period, towns and cities were starting to expand quite dramatically. There were a lot more travelers, there was a lot more commerce, there was a lot more going to and from places. So the demand for cookshops started to expand.
No, he's a ranger.
It's just really rainy.
It will be delivered. And those cookshops sprang up in all sorts of places. Usually in places that were very busy.
It looks like he's about to like look for the crown of Karsus and become a god.
And they would serve the passing clientele. In real towns like Norwich and Bristol, there were actually
a little bit, right?
Cook Street or Cook's Lane.
No,
and
he
those were the
does look
places
like
where
it with
the cookshops
with the
mostly
hair
were.
and
In the medieval period,
cloak, I guess.
types of trade tended to group together. You wanted to go and eat
Just
something.
needs a little
or
more
you go
volume
to
on the
Cook
top.
Street and grab your food. And in Bristol, there was even a guild hall for the cooks. So they had their own organisation, like a lot of specialist trades did. I like to think, though, if you were in a fancy
This needs to have a little more sass,
shops
too.
might be set up to feed
Yeah, a little more
adventurers
sass.
who are coming back from their travels. Right next to the gates or in the market square or near
What are
adventurers'
you even
guilds,
talking
perhaps,
about,
there would be a
Riddle?
set of cookshops delivering food for those specific types of people. I think it's a lovely
What?
idea to think that where there's a demand, the supply will be met.
So the guy said that their little cook shops are like fast food shops.
Crowded, actually, and
But Riddle's taking that
frontage was
as
at a premium, especially
take
on
that
things
you
like market squares and
I think
important
health
streets,
nuts
which is where
and then
fancy
autocorrected
traffic
to
is going
healthiest.
be. In a lot of cases,
But they
I
said
think
fat
it's likely
food.
that the size of
Do they mean fast food?
Yeah,
a
he's on
house
his
kind of
reflects a certain amount of the
Riddle's on
size
his
of a
phone,
market stall
and
back in the very early
English
days
is his
that
second
settled.
language.
People kind of ended
You have
up
to do
with
you have to do a lot of
and they then went backwards.
grammarly
Very narrow
correction.
frontage, but they'd have the main house at the
I
front,
can't do
they'd have
that.
a small narrow courtyard, and then often they'd have their real kitchens at the back. In ordinary houses, but
grammar.
in specific cookshops, often
Actually,
when they
I
were
know
built as
very
cookshops,
grammar.
The ovens and the cooking facilities were at the front because that's
Many
where the action was
grammar.
going to take place.
I know
And
all
in
grammar.
a lot of places, you don't have glass in the windows. You effectively have a shutter or board that goes up over the gap in the front of the stall, and that is lowered.
I was listening to some discussion about Gnostic,
It's literally
the
a
Gnostic
display
Book of Judas,
place,
and that
and you
sounds
could
so
prepare food on
interesting.
board, but you could also show what you were selling.
Gnostic
And
faith
that's really
is
interesting because at the end of the
Gnosticism
day,
seems
it was
wild.
and bolted because there was no glass in windows. Glass
Yeah,
was
we
available
believe
in
in
the medieval
God.
period,
He's
but
an
it's really
asshole.
reserved
Fuck
for
that guy.
churches
Yeah.
and rich people. And it's not very secure. You need to be fairly.
And like
certain
this
of your
book was like
security.
Jesus is
You're gonna have
laughing
a
at his
glass
disciples because
window,
they
certainly in
think
the,
God is
early medieval
God
period,
is like good or
the middle
something.
medieval period. One of the other reasons I think for medieval houses to be quite narrow, apart from the premium, is they often pay taxes based on road frontage. So
This is
the
a
wider your
long
house
video
was,
without
the
food in
sort
it
of
yet.
The broader it fronted onto the.
I think it's just all talking.
No.
This is like the history of food. Who added this?
Because everybody had an
Show
obligation to
us
look
at
after the
least
road
one
directly in front
pie,
of
even
their
from
building.
Greg's, just
Didn't always
anything.
do it, but
Full
there was a
added
legal
this?
obligation to look after the road
Yeah.
in front of you. So what kind of food was actually available in
full.
these cookshops? Well, we have a record, a chap called Fitzstephen in the Norman period, so from Norman London, describes what you could get in the cookshops. And he talks about fried, roast and boiled meat of all sorts. He talks about great and small fishes. And he talks about a coarser kind of meat for the poor. We don't actually know what that coarser meat was, of course. I'll leave it to your imagination. Maybe you can put it in the comments. But he literally talks about a coarser kind of meat for the poor. May just have been worse cut, perhaps.
Probably stuff
Or it
like
may have been
ground
a particular
offal.
type of cheap meat. We just don't know. If you wanted bread, you had to get that from the baker. So you could get specific types of food from the cook shop, but if you wanted bread, you had to go to the baker. You couldn't buy bread from the cook shops. You went to the baker. If you wanted ale, you'd go to an ale house. So I imagine scenes where you wanted to have a bit of a meal, you wanted drink, you wanted bread, you wanted a pie. Well, you go to.
See, I imagine all this food is stuff that people can make on their own.
With you. I have this vision of the medieval streets filled with people at certain times of the day.
I just feel like everybody knew how to make bread back
choosing
then.
what they want to get from which cook shop and deciding,
Not really, like making
this, or I fancy a glass
making
of
bread
mead, I
like
better
you
go
would
into this
think of
tavern.
as
And so
here's a
people
loaf of
carrying
bread.
food around from one establishment to the other,
Requires a
eating
lot.
a lot of it on the streets. There weren't such things yet as pavement cafes, as far as I can tell.
But a lot of
In
what
the
have
later
been the
medieval
cook shops
period,
have been kind of
the
normal
records talk
things
about
like
all
soups
sorts
and
of pies
stews.
with meat or fish. Not sure about vegetarian pies, but presumably there was some vegetable component in them as well. Vegetarianism wasn't really a thing back in those days. There were people that didn't eat meat, lots of the clergy, for example. But broadly speaking,
Like an oven
it was,
alone
not
is
something
pretty
that people were
specialized
particularly
piece
familiar with.
of
In London, in the middle of the medieval
cookware.
period, you could get all sorts of things. You could get lots of different types of pies with different fillings. You could get what are called hotcakes. You could get wafers. You could get pasties. You could get cheese flans, kind of a quiche, I suppose. You could get all
those kind
sorts
of
of
pasty.
breads and wafers. And it really sounds quite varied. There was an awful lot of stuff that you could actually get hold of from specific pie shops and specific pasty shops and specific cheesecake shops. So it's really interesting. If you wanted a type of food, you went to a shop, a cook shop that supplied
I was looking
that
at
kind
breakfast
of
at
food. Other things that are mentioned
McDonald's
are
the other
beef
day.
ribs. That sounds pretty good. Peas cods. Now, peas cod is interesting because it's
a lot of
whole
calories.
peas
Isn't it awful?
inside them. Braised or I guess
Any fast
fried
food
in
is a lot of
butter with salt.
calories.
Now, I think that sounds really
Kind of.
quite,
You can get away with
quite
like
a good
burgers.
comfort food. And that sounds great.
You can get away with burgers and like half a portion of fries, but like
that was definitely on the menu as well.
that breakfast is
Well, if you
packed.
remove a lot of the sauces.
And it's not really
Oh
something
yeah.
I would.
Well, that's a lot of sugar they pack in it too. But yeah, burgers, if you remove like the ketchup and a lot of the sauces, that removes a ton of calories from them.
Ingredients to them, and ask them to put those ingredients into a pie, which would then be cooked in their oven, and you would presumably either wait on the premises, hanging around for 20 minutes, half an hour while it's cooked, or you go to the local ale house, have a couple of pots of ale,
McGriddles are so
come back again
good.
and get your pie or pasty from the cook shop. I have no idea how they maintain whose pie or pasty was belonging to which customer. Maybe it wasn't that busy, or maybe they just recognised who it was. And I do wonder whether the odd, slightly dodgy cook shop owner might swap out particular ingredients for cheaper ingredients while the client
Painted calorie ratio.
Unlikely, but not impossible.
In America,
adventurers going
I don't
in
think
with
you need to
certain
worry
amounts of
about
food and wanting it to be prepared
calories to
So they
pennies.
just offer this food up and go to the pub, literally go to the pub, the ale house or the tavern, and then come back again later and get their pasties and then wander off to do more adventuring while eating pasties. Cook shops
depends
were
on
so
your
important in the
situation.
period that there were quite
Kind
strict
of.
rules about what they could and couldn't do. For
Kind
example,
of.
we know there are
Like,
written down rules
if
that
you
you're
can't
not
get
allowed to
food in the
throw
first
your
place,
dirty water
if
into
it's
the
hard to
middle
get
of the
food in the
street.
first
I
place,
presume you
maybe,
had to put
but
it actually into a
like
cesspit behind your
it's something,
shop, or
it's
put it in
something
a
like
barrel and taken
it's
away
something like
later.
McDonald's.
And
You're not
not
even really
allowed to
getting that much of a
reheat
big
meat
value.
as well. There are very specific hygiene rules in some places. You're not allowed to reheat meat, or you'd be fined if you were discovered doing it. I'm sure a few people did though. Some people talk about spices being used to cover up the taste of rotten meat. Well, I want to tell you that that's completely untrue. If you had enough money for posh spices, you certainly had enough money for fresh meat. So the idea that you'd use cinnamon or nutmeg to disguise the taste of rotting meat
I like
is
how
absurd
I'm playing
if you
with
think
this
about
printed
it in
toy,
detail.
and
Those are
my
very
push to
expensive
talk
spices.
icons
You
constantly
had
lighting up from
cinnamon,
that.
nutmeg, ginger for wealthy people or people with enough money or wanting an expensive pie.
Yeah,
but
but
for more ordinary folk,
but
you
I'm
also
not
had
like
flavorings. You had flavorings like onion and mustard. Those were considered to be lower expense. Those
I'm not
were
talking about
locally
people.
available and
I'm
could
not
be
talking
eaten in
about if you're
quantity by
homeless
poor
though.
people.
I'm
Whilst
saying
there were
like
hygiene rules, it
the typical
appears that
person doesn't need a
cook shops for poorer people,
typical
for
person in
clientele
America doesn't need
that
to
were on
worry
the,
about
well, were destitute or very poor.
getting enough
We're
calories.
also notorious for bad hygiene. In fact, we
Yeah,
know quite a lot of
calories
this.
are cheap here.
The poor in towns and cities often lived in tenement buildings. They often didn't even have cooking or washing facilities. They were that poor.
Especially
they couldn't
like
even cook for themselves. So
like
they had
especially
to
if you're
frequent
watching
cook shops, but at the
the
dodgier
stream
end, the
or
cheaper
play
end of the
VR
cook shop,
chat.
standards.
There's a good.
Cook shops were essential
There's a
for
high
that
chance.
What are you
category
trying to
of
say,
human being.
huh?
And those cook shops
We have a harder
had
time
been
finding
shunned
foods
by
with
the
lower
middle class and the
calories.
upper class completely. And they
You're right.
were
You're right,
For
Sir Noble.
sure.
Spent all money on VR. Can no longer afford
dodgy cook
house.
shops.
Exactly.
What do you mean? I throw all my rent money at gotchas.
I bought
Like-
all the VRChat bucks.
Like I know people that are like poorer than others, obviously, but like it's like the demographic, right? Most people here aren't normally gonna be worried about
prone to drunkenness.
calorie
His cook shop
efficiency.
is described as fly-filled. His food is often reheated, and as a final insult to his cooking prowess, it describes a particularly foul parsley
Everybody
garnish
has a
that he
different
uses.
financial
Doesn't sound that
situation.
bad, but I guess parsley
Some people
garnish
are
doesn't
rich.
have to be a bad thing.
Some people are not
And from a
necessarily
personal
poor, but you know,
perspective,
they don't
which
have a
is
lot
pretty
of
awful
money.
for a cook, I suppose,
And some
is
people
he's
have
described
C6
as having
Jane
an
Doe.
ulcerated and stinking leg
And some
wound.
people are
It's a
furries.
fairly colourful description and probably
And
doesn't
some people are
represent the
furries.
majority
C6
of
Jane
cooks.
Doe.
Maybe it does. Maybe they were all awful.
Some people
but I
can't
think it's
even get
likely
one
there's a little
dadgum
personal,
Caesar.
personal
Oh
vendetta going on
no.
here. I reckon this is somebody that Chaucer didn't like, and he's describing them in
Leaflet
terms,
Leaflet really
Do get
liked
that
Caesar.
and it's gone down in history. We'll never know the real person, but
Because
somebody
Caesar's great.
somebody got their revenge. Whilst Chaucer's cook may have
I
been
really
I want to
like
meet a
Bernie
CC's
Sanders.
known
pizza
through court
fan.
records that some of them were dodgy. In 1380, for example, some pastelers were prosecuted for filling their pasties with stinking offal.
You're losing water and
food
gas,
that
Kyle?
was not fit for consumption. but also for faking the contents of their food. They're accused of putting
yeah,
beef in the pasties
their situation
and
is a
selling
bit
it as
on
venison.
the
There's a
edge.
bit of passing off there going on. So it doesn't say that the beef pasties were bad, it just says they were lying about the contents. I think that's kind of interesting because there's sort of baking fraud, contents fraud going on there. The fact that cook shops were so important to the poor meant there was legislation, there were rules about what they could and couldn't serve. So for example, we know that was a
I think it'd be nice to not have so many gas stoves personally.
Pies with meat that were 1 penny, but that
probably,
were as good as the tuppenny
probably how you have
pies.
to.
I don't really know what that means, but it's
if you
a specific
cook, that's how
rule
you have
that
to
they
heat up
follow.
food.
Just need them.
Possibly. The amount of meat or the quality
Restaurants
of meat
definitely
could vary,
need them.
but there's definitely they have
But
to sell
outside
penny
of that, I
pies
don't know if
as
anyone
well as
actually
tuppenny pies. And the
needs a
fine for
gas
not
stove.
doing so was
Yeah,
6
you don't
shillings
have a
and
gas
8
stove.
cents.
Would it be for
There was a
heating
much
then?
smaller food vendor as well, one without premises, and these
Winter
walked
is
around
coming
with
up.
trays of food
Rely on
for
an electric
reselling.
space
These were
heater if
hucksters,
needed.
and they would often shout out their wares to all and sundry in the street as they wandered around,
making sure your pipes don't
presumably
freeze.
vying for the best places, presumably trying to sell the food they've got in front of them as quickly as possible while it was still hot. These actually, for me, remind me very early on when I went to the cinema, where people used to come down and serve ice creams and treats in the interval of the cinema. So they're a kind of huckster, if you like. We even have a record of the sort of thing that might have been shouted out across the streets to sell your food. Piers Plowman has a wonderful poem. It's very dense, it's got a lot of data in it. It's really interesting. But there's a sequence in it where it's described as cooks and their knaves
I see.
shouting
I
out
thought he
across the
disconnected.
street, and they
You don't
shout
want to
out,
power go off when it's
hot
cooked.
pies, geese and piglets, come dine, trying to get people into their
I don't know.
cook
I don't
shops to
think.
eat at certain times of the
I just
day.
don't think gas stoves
Imagine
are
that. Imagine
worth it
variations
most of the
that
time.
everywhere you went on the
Not
cooks
for
row,
new,
people shouting
not
out
for
their
new
wares.
properties
I think that
anyway.
gives quite a lot of colour and depth to the kind of sounds that
Weird,
medieval
we didn't
street
have a
might
gas
have
stove
been.
until we
In
moved to the
1370s and
bigger city.
1380s, we have a record of a poet called Thomas Hockleave, who's reminiscing about his days working as a civil servant.
You can quite easily.
Once in
And
my
he talks
life.
about at
You can
lunchtime
quite easily just have
going
a
to the taverns
propane
and
like
eating and
camping
drinking.
stove.
He drank sweet wine and ate
We have like a
pastries
couple.
and wafers to the sound of
But
pipe,
we also have a gas
harp,
stove.
Yeah,
and
just-
psaltery. And they're all kinds of
just
kinds
don't
of
burn
musical
that
instruments.
inside.
And I think that's lovely to think that he was dining at lunchtime and there was music going on as well,
Okay,
medieval
Kyle.
music. Whether it was any good or not, I guess we'll never know. But he literally comments on that. So he's eating his wafers and drinking his sweet wine and listening to medieval music on the streets of London. We have another record of a traveller from Venice commenting on London, and he comments about how meat seems to be available everywhere, and there was geese.
Like, I don't know. I don't think cooking your food is the main problem. It is going to be really a problem if you don't have a gas stove.
In great amounts. He said
Unless
there was
you're
so much
unprepared, I
food everywhere to be
suppose.
found in London. He doesn't like the English ale though. He describes it as smelling like horse's
There are
piss
plenty
with
of
bits of husks on the
alternatives.
top, and it's cloudy.
Wait, I'm
It
back. My
seems
power's
that
out. Hey, Pixel.
fast food in the medieval
I don't know.
period was readily
Gas
available,
is like it's not
especially
even
in the
it's not even
larger towns
just
and
a
cities. I think it's
environment
really
issue.
interesting
It's
because
like
it was
a
whole cultural thing.
there's
There
like
were occasionally street cafes. There were also places you could go to get a particular type of pie and then
it's just
some bread and
friggin'
another place
gas.
for ale. So I imagine quite a lot of people
Well,
would have
gas
been
is
circulating
I don't
at
think even
lunchtime
is
or
considered
maybe
an
in the
environmental problem
evenings.
since it
And
burns
I
so
think that gives a
cleanly.
different flavour and colour to some
but like
medieval
I
cities.
think
Those
air
spooky though.
Strikes me they were
it
actually
lowers
much
air
busier
quality
and more
in
social
your
places
house.
than I'd perhaps thought before.
It does, yeah.
And like I think the other thing I think is like the energy transfer is poor.
Oh, right.
Like if you're heating up your fucking heating up if you're cooking, you can tell like you have your hands anywhere like
in Japan, we have a
near the
custom
stove.
where
It's
we
like
eat soba noodles
all that
at
heat you
the end
feel
of the
is
year.
not going into the food.
For hundreds of years apparently. Like the length
Oh, the
of
radiant
noodles
heat on
is a symbol
everywhere
of
else. Yeah,
longevity
but
and
that's a lot of stoves
believed to bring
anyway.
you good luck. And
Yeah, but
you
no,
usually eat
induction
starting
burner,
11
induction
PM
stoves are
and
like
stay up late until midnight
boss.
and start the new year. And if you happen to
Oh, in
live
terms
near
of
temples, you can hear priests ringing
Yeah.
bells for like
In terms of it, well, like it's just they're just best overall because like they're efficient. They're not like
sounds like a lot. What are your sins and desires?
They're efficient. They
sleep and be lazy.
they're responsive like gas stoves.
Anyway, I'm making soba this time with shrimp tempura, and I'm also going to make nori tempura and challenge Sakura Go as well.
I want to say the
as for
pork
soba,
is
there are two types.
vegetables. No, no.
Means raw and fresh.
If you
the other is dry,
the
kanmen, like pasta. I'm using nama.
if you have your if you feel like the air like
you literally just
around the pot, that heat isn't going back into the pot or the pan.
Add some hot water, mix it, and dip it and eat it. That's what we usually do at home. But
induction's super
really
cool.
Nice fresh tempura. It's completely different. It
like
elevates the whole.
It's crazy because like it basically makes the pan the heating element.
Long soba noodle is a symbol for longevity
because it's the thing that's getting hot, not
But you know, I'm not hearing bells from
the surface is not getting hot.
My human sins and desire. I'm just gonna follow my.
It's me. I'm stealing all your heat every time you're not looking. The fucking Anastasia. Was I just talking about this channel?
These are the ingredients for the batter, which will become the outside layer
or...
of tempura. It's called
I don't know if you were.
in Japanese. And when the koromo is cold,
what channel is
this? Crispy when you deep fry it. So yeah, keep these in the fridge.
They make tempura.
Next shrimp.
Yeah, this is
Jun's kitchen.
This is Jun's kitchen. Yeah, I heard the name of the cat.
Yeah. The focus. Alright, you're so helpful. Thank you though.
Jun Yoshizuki.
His lessons for like, training cats are spot on though.
And blend it, and becomes like this. It makes really nice shrimp flakes that you can use for anything.
Do you know from experience?
Yeah, you have a cat who's always.
Cut off the tip of the
I used it on my cat. It was.
There's a little bit of liquid.
Oh, I thought you used it on you.
And it splashes when you deep fry it, which is not safe.
No.
So, cut off the tip.
Whenever his cats get all nosy and stuff, just let them smell the thing that you're messing around with, and they'll leave you alone.
Oh.
I don't know. Bonobo looks like a fox and not a cat.
I'm a mongoose. And then rinse them with water.
Actually, for a moment, I was also thinking Nicket from Pokemon Gen 8.
No mustache.
Next,
the evolved form has a mustache.
While it's deep fried.
All right.
Shallow cuts here.
Oh, any shrimp that's good to eat raw are so delicious.
Oh wait, guys.
Then stretch it out by squeezing. With
I think I've had popcorn shrimp
Is this
once,
the same
and
Jun?
that's it.
It might be actually Mustachio if I remember correctly.
A little bit longer.
Like, was it spot shrimp?
Shrimp are pretty fresh, so it was pretty easy to devein.
I think it is Rachel and
Make sure
Jun.
to devein. Use a toothpick to.
Like shrimp is like raw shrimp.
Use a knife,
I don't know
slice it
what kind of shrimp, but raw shrimp generally is like
you can use
so
any
delicious,
veggies you like.
so buttery,
Also,
so like fresh
When
tasting.
you fry okra, make sure you make some holes.
One of my bosses was telling us about a way that shrimp was cooked for him to make it completely clean.
And
it was you pour alcohol into their tank.
That you eat the whole thing, not just beans inside.
And then after they've gone completely nuts off the stuff, you pour a whole bunch of boiling water in there.
What the fuck?
Okay then.
And then add a flour.
Yeah. Apparently, according to him, it gets them clean on the inside.
The crunchy koromo will not
guess
There's
so.
still a poop
There are
vein
many
though.
ways to make tempura, and this time I'm
Yeah,
trying to do like
they evacuate the
style,
poop vein.
where you get lots of batter and crunchy bits.
Where's the poop going?
Coating the ingredients
In the water.
If you go to like a fancy tempura restaurant,
That they are being cooked
they
in.
make the koromo, the outside layer, very very thin, so that you can enjoy the full potential
Cooking them in
of the
poop water
ingredients.
then.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you're washing
This is
it.
perfect.
So coat whatever ingredients you want to deep fry with flour first, lightly. And then
I mean, it's probably not even
dip it
that
in
bad
butter
to eat it. It's just
and oil.
it's just that like
If you have pets,
it's
make
not
sure they
pleasant
don't
to
mess up with your cooking.
see in your food.
I can't let my guard down. No, Bookie. Nope. Just some butter. and if it floats quickly, and then it's ready.
Hoshi, whenever chips
So
touch
shrimp
fish.
with flour, and then butter. Alright, deep fried. Then extra butter on it.
Extra.
By the
What
way,
does
some of you
extra
might have
do?
seen like tempura shokunin workers put their fingers in the oil. That's because it's coated by butter. It's not that hot.
Unless you leave it in there.
For a few seconds.
I mean, it's the same thing when you see like
Yeah.
The surface
your
that is not
teacher,
touched
your
by
science
the
teacher,
oil
be
is
like,
moist.
"Look, I can
So
put
make
my
sure
hand
you
through
flip it
fire."
and rotate every now and then to make sure
Yeah,
you
or
evaporate
pan
the water,
in.
make it crispy.
Oh, the extra. That's how they do the
And
thing
when
with the
the bread
batter.
becomes
They put extra
smaller,
batter after they put it in.
Then it's ready.
That's how they
Soak
do
it
that?
for a few
Oh.
seconds. Alright. Crispy shrimp tempura. You know what? I can't wait. Somewhere's not even ready. Some
That's-
salt.
So Cass just want to smell the whatever the fuck you're messing with.
Yeah, because their eyes are kind of terrible.
Oh.
Taste of sins.
Shrimp tempura, come get it.
It's been a while since I last
You're
had shrimp
see-through.
tempura, but oh my god,
I am?
it's so freaking good.
Yes.
Oh, no way.
Nori,
Oh.
It's an old model.
It's not that it's see-through. It's how the AO is interacting with it. It might be the shader.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, where's the
I don't know.
Eat them.
It's
I'm
very
really
old.
curious how the sakurako nori
Okay.
snacks
Just
taste
wanted
like.
to make sure my ears weren't blocking it.
I mean, if you check the stream, you can tell.
How old is this model?
Tempura is done.
Nope.
It's
Alright, I
4
gotta
years
go.
old.
Oh,
Already?
I'm being summoned.
I'll miss
Okay.
you.
Have a good night.
Goodbye, Chernobyl.
Enjoy your
Chernobyl.
last. Sprinkle some salt.
Don't fall off a boat or whatever you're
Yay.
doing on
Episode
your
was
trip.
done. Alright.
You're going on a
I'm
trip?
going to
I'm gonna challenge
Disneyland.
Sakurako with my nori tempura snack.
Bye, I
Don't
love
fall off the
you.
Disney boat.
Alright, judgment.
I love you
Thank you
too.
to Sakurako for sponsoring
Don't
this
fall
video.
off the
and giving me an
monorail.
opportunity like this.
Yeah.
The people movers.
snack subscription
That's
box
not a
that
world.
lets you experience Japan from the comfort of your home. They partner with the local Japanese snack makers to provide 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese tea, and a special
Alice
Japanese
is-
item.
Hello.
This time, it's
Hi.
Neko Furoshiki, and this month's theme is New Year's in Hiroshima. It comes with a booklet that
Tempura,
has
come get
information
it.
about all the snacks, ingredients, and allergens, as well as Japanese culture. If you're interested, you can use my code in the description to get $5 off of your first box.
Bring back KFC.
I'm gonna try these.
What?
On. There
Lemon
we go.
cream cookie, omikuji fortune telling candy, and of course, noriten.
Meow.
Alright, itadakimasu. Okay. Cool. Look kinda cool. Ta-da. Lucky cat. Pokey. Bring us some luck.
Booster seat.
Wait.
Green apple. I get
I haven't
small
seen.
fortune.
Have I seen
If
his
get
face
lemon
before? I don't think
flavor,
I've seen his
medium
face
fortune.
before.
And if I get strawberry, great fortune.
Question. If my friend Yori requests off
got
of
strawberry.
me, am I okay to invite them?
Probably not tonight.
Next, lemon cookie.
Okay.
And I love the design. It's so detailed. I honestly don't know how they did this.
That looks so
This is
cool.
really good. It's really lemony. Alright, next. Noriten. Rachel!
Oh, look.
Okay, Sakurako Noriten
Well,
snacks.
that
It's
answers
Rachel.
that
Made.
question.
Right.
Okay, judgment onegaishimasu. Starting out with mine. Did you hear the sound?
Oh, you're awake.
I was able to make it crispy. I'm already proud.
Mm.
I'm already proud.
Oh, right. You're in VR right now.
Itadakimasu.
Cat.
It was actually better than I expected.
Very crispy.
So,
Wait, who's in VR?
I
What?
would say
Yolanda's.
5 out of 10. The crispiness is very good.
I was half expecting tonight to hop on and I'd be joined by 2 people in desktop.
I think that's one of the reasons why they use wine vinegar. So, you know, to balance out oily food and something fresh.
Yeah.
So, itadakimasu.
You had to balance it out.
I don't think you'll know.
Wow.
I mean,
No,
I'm in half body.
Especially
Does
after
that count?
wine, the wine vinegar, like it needs to be there.
Well, you thought you were going to get 2
maybe not, no.
people in desktop.
Well, I mean, like, when I got on earlier, Yulin and Senator are gonna get on. I thought they were both gonna be in desktop.
Oh, okay.
Salty.
I knew Sentinel had packed up his VR
crispy.
stuff.
Not too vinegary.
And not too oily.
And I knew Chernobyl had internet. I didn't know if they had VR set up.
Yeah, this is how it been. Yes. I am very happy to accept my loss this time. It was really good. Alright.
I'm gonna beg for food with their cats. Okay. I'm so hungry.
That is such a beautiful cat.
Alright.
Alright, they're so majestic.
I miss my Maine Coon.
Losers, dinner time.
A Maine Coon? How big were they?
Well, they were pretty big. They were also really old. They
I like it. Reminds me
they
of
died
childhood.
at they died in a house fire in 06.
Oh Jesus!
Well, it was of smoke inhalation, not fire. Also, they were extremely old. They were like 25 years old.
Oh, so they weren't gonna
they
make it that much longer?
Yeah, my family adopted that cat before I was born.
Oh wow!
At that point.
Anyway, I hope this year was great for you guys, and happy holidays. See you next time. Bye.
Soon.
Moved to Miami 10 years ago, just out of desperation for Vietnamese food. The emphasis of Tam Tam is on drinking food. The culture of Quang Nhậu is basically somewhere that Vietnamese go to grab a bite and also party. I work with my husband. I'm the head chef. He curates the wine list. We really embodied Quang Nhậu culture that we want to bring to Miami.
No more shrimp troop.
Is that a job? Curating the wine list?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tam Pham. I'm a chef owner here at Tam Tam in downtown Miami.
Restaurants don't
we have a
fuck
lot
around
to do
with
today,
wine.
so let's get to work. Took us about a year to
Yeah,
get
but like,
everything
is
decorated.
curating the wine
Just to
list
show
like
how
enough
old
of
this
a
spot
job
is,
though,
here's
or
a
is that
photo
like?
of the courthouse
Yeah,
in
I'll
front
just
of
you
us
can
being
just
built.
do
And the
that.
courthouse was built in 1920.
Tasting wine is enough of a
So
job.
we've been here for about 100 years. It's now noon.
They
I have a lot to
probably
do.
do
The
like
first
a
thing I'm gonna do is
combination
cook
of
curry. I like to be the first person
like
here 'cause I
curating
like
the wine
quietness,
list
having
and
the whole
other
space
stuff.
for myself. I don't have to say
Mhm.
behind
It's just
or
that's their
corner or shop
primary
anywhere.
job, but they also help
This is
out with some
halal
other
goats
jobs.
from
probably.
Australia. They come frozen and already cooped up.
But it
We
just
go
sounds
through
funny
about
when it's
15
like,
pounds a day.
oh yeah, this is my
Halal
partner.
goats,
I cook. I'm the chef,
So the animal is just
and
treated
they curate the
Vietnamese
wine
curry
list.
is found in the south of Vietnam, where
It almost
Indian
sounds-
immigrations came over.
It
in the
almost sounds
50s.
like they're like.
Comes with egg noodles. One of my favorite ways to
Like it
eat
could
curry.
be, but like.
A batch of curry, it takes about like
No, but depends on how serious.
Profession to just drink wine and make stuff up
auntie.
afterwards.
You know how in Vietnamese we call everyone auntie? Just this kind
This
of my
wine
mom's
has a
age.
very oaky
She has
nuttiness.
a Vietnamese produce shop, and you know it's Vietnamese.
Yeah, but
when
like,
half of the
can't you just
store
like buy
also
the
sells
expensive shit
American
and like give it to
So
people and
fish
they can do
sauce
the
is
talking?
basically fermented anchovies. It adds a lot of umami flavors. I have a lot of guests who taste our goat curry, and I just do not believe that it's goat. All right, first we're gonna have
Someday
to sear
I want
the goat.
somebody to put something in
No, of
front
course it's
under
gonna
me and be
happen
like,
right now.
this,
So we're having some
this
issues
is
with
this
our
is
stove,
umami.
which is a kitchen nightmare.
This is what that tastes like.
This is Harry. This is my
You
partner.
just-
He's also the handyman
have you
in the
not-
kitchen.
do you not know what
Whenever I
that
have
is?
Problems. He usually wants to fix it for me.
Okay, see, he's also the
yay!
handyman,
Turn back on.
apparently.
So when you eat food, so when you eat food, like you have a lot of different flavors, right?
Just so that I can start eating
Yeah,
some of the
sweet,
dishes that I really
salty,
miss. So Harry suggested that we should also
spicy.
start hosting.
Yeah, how would you
dinners for our
describe a
friends
meat
and
flavor?
family. Tam Tam started out as a supper club right in our backyard,
Savory?
and now it's a full-blown restaurant that's packed out every night.
Savory, sweet,
If you look
salty.
closely to the bottom,
So
you start seeing
savory
this
is
beautiful
umami.
pond that we have in the bottom. So we're gonna be building the curry right now. We're gonna start with shaved shallots with the heat of sweat.
That's just the name
shallot
for
during
it.
steam so that the fond gets softened and then eventually released into the gravy.
Savoriness.
Goat itself in Vietnam is usually
What do you mean?
protein.
You base it off of
I mean,
sweetness.
You have a lot of the time proteins that you usually
if it's
don't find.
if it's
Just
all
keep an
based off
open
of
mind.
sweetness, that's
Just know
either
that
barbecue
food's gonna be great, and the drink is gonna be even better.
candy.
It's a party at the table.
But I don't understand, like, where is this coming from? Like, what, did someone claim that they made, like, some food that's something that's based off of savory?
The best curry powders you can find in Vietnam is Indian curry powder, because curry powder was
I might not
introduced to
be
Vietnamese food
explaining
through
it
Indian
correctly.
immigrants. What I'm doing right now is pounding lemongrass, which is actually a very essential step. Pounding lemongrass helps to release all
forget
the
I said
essential
it. I
oil.
just
This used to be a Cuban diner
don't
for
super
about 20 years.
understand
This is actually
umami.
something that was left over
It's
from
just meat
Cuban
flavor.
diner.
It's savoriness.
Alright, now we're gonna go in
Just
with
like
our
sweet
lemongrass.
is like associated with
I
sugar.
make this dish specifically
Umami is
one
associated
where I
with
have
meat.
An actual recipe for it. All the recipes right in here. We are a very new restaurant.
Then why
The
isn't it just
cuisine
called
is quite
savory?
unfamiliar to a lot of
Because
my staff. I trust my staff to do
someone
certain
else came
things,
up with the
but when
the
it
name
comes to
for it
bigger dishes
in
like the
Japan
curry itself, I like to make
first,
it
I
myself.
think, or something.
Eventually, I will have to pass on the torch, right? Our coconut, some fish sauce. This is MSG.
Which is also just
like
it's just
sugar is responsible
a different.
for
It's just a.
sweetness.
It's
MSG
just.
is the purest
It's just
form
a
of umami,
synonym.
which is the fifth taste. I like to add MSG to some of my dishes
But
just
it
so it can
sounds
round
fancier
out
to
all
people
the
who
sharp
don't get
edges
it.
of the flavors and put aluminum foils on top of it. So this way,
Love me
it's gonna
some
braise
synonym.
rather than roasting. Timer is on 3 hours.
Don't talk about
It's now 1 o'clock. We need
It
to
makes
move
me
on
want
to our
apple
caramel
pie.
fish sauce. For our fish sauce wing,
Synonym rolls.
so we have 6 quarts of sugar in here. We're gonna keep the heat on about
Never
medium
really
low.
got into cinnamon
This
rolls.
sauce is actually a really popular sauce in Vietnam.
mean,
you can use this
you
sauce
aren't into
to
a lot of
braise
foods,
chicken.
dude.
You can use the sauce
That's
to braise
fine.
fish. Here
Yeah,
we
but
have
of
had
the foods I'm not
wings
into,
on the
that
menu
seems like
for
one I
the
would have
very
been
first
more
supper club event that we ever did.
keen on.
I don't think I'll
Wait,
ever
what?
be able to
What
take
food?
it off because
Tried
people
one.
will be very upset. Nice,
Cinnamon
crunchy,
rolls?
sweet, salty. It's a little tangy.
You don't like
from
cinnamon
lime
rolls?
juice. The wings are
I mean, they're
marinated
okay. It's just I
overnight
never
in
really
a
took to
mixture
them the
of
same way I did
salt,
with
fish
like
sauce,
other pastry
garlic,
stuff.
and a little bit of vodka.
That's fine.
I was really deep
Wait,
on
wait,
it
wait,
in
where did you get
one
them from,
night.
though?
So when you add vodka to a frying dish, the
Yeah.
second it hits the oil, it will
That was gonna be
release
my
a lot
next
of
question,
steam,
actually.
which makes your crust very light and airy. That's why we have 2
I don't know.
bottles
It's been
of
so long
Skull
since the last
vodka
time
in the
I've
kitchen.
tried one.
Obviously, we don't
Like,
do
I won't
that.
say that like
You
different.
do.
I won't say that different cinnamon buns are
It
like
is
not
not a hard
cinnamon,
sauce
real
to make.
cinnamon
I
buns,
like
but
to
like
make it myself,
you
just so
can.
we can
There's
keep the
different
consistency.
qualities
Tam
to
Tam
them
was
that people
named
can
after
bring
me.
out.
In Vietnamese name heart
Oh
or
yeah,
soul.
like
When you put
most
tam
that I've
tam
had
together,
throughout my
that
life are
means
just
2
so
hearts or
dry
2
and
souls,
ick.
and
Yeah.
a very
There's an occasional
you know,
good one if you get them
easy
fresh.
way
They're
to
really
represent
good.
Harry and
I like
the
going
two
to
people that
cinnamon.
came together
I
to
really
create
like cinnamon
Tam
bun when they
Tam.
warm them up
The
for
2
you.
things need to work hand in hand to create a perfect quang nhậu, which is
I'm
the
not a
concept that we're
big
trying to
fan
do.
of cinnamon rolls
So now
because
that the sugar has
usually
turned
they're
into
just
caramel, we're gonna move on
extremely
to the
sticky.
kind of fun part, but
And
also
That's why
the delicious part of
I
this
eat them
dish,
with the
which is
fork.
adding fish sauce into caramel. It's gonna release a lot
Dry?
of steam.
Yeah,
And
but
why I
really burn
didn't
you.
I haven't
like them as much.
had a lot
when
of.
I mean,
sauce
when I
gets
say sticky, I
caramelized,
mean like in
it
the
also
mouth, like
turn
it
to
sticks
this
to the
completely
roof of
different
my mouth.
sauce.
And it's
And, like,
When
dry.
I
my
was
cheeks
little,
and
I
stuff.
did think at
Sounds
some
like
point
you-
I might
Yeah.
be a
It
chef.
doesn't sound
I
like
think
a
I
good
looked
cinnamon
down
roll.
on the position a lot. Also, my
They're
parents
not.
wanted me to be an engineer or
Yeah,
classification store.
I'm not claiming
I
they
have
were.
proved to them that
It's
this
just
is
most
a
of the
career
time.
worth
Where'd you get them from?
pursuing,
We get.
and I can also make good money out of it.
I
Now we're gonna go in with our sambal, which
think
is
the last
fermented
place we
chili
got
paste.
them from was
It's not too
Walmart.
spicy. It has
Oh,
some nice
like the
tanginess to it.
canned ones or
A lot of
something.
Vietnamese
Oh,
food
the ones
gets
that they
fermented
make.
because because one, people really enjoy that.
Yeah, the ones they make at the bakery.
Funkiness that
There.
Walmart has a bakery?
but also I think preserving for a country that used to be
What?
poor like Vietnam, having access to
Yeah,
food
Walmart
year
has a
round
bakery
used to be
and a
an
butcher.
issue.
What?
Now we're gonna go in with half of
Yeah,
the
really?
amount of garlic that I have. We're gonna wait for the
Yeah.
sauce to cool
I
down
haven't seen that
completely before we
before.
add the rest of the garlic, so that when the sauce hits
don't have a
on
Walmart
wings,
back in my
the
hometown
raw
even
garlicky flavor will come through, and it will be so
My Walmart
aromatic.
had the bakery up front and then the butcher in the back
But I
right
get
next
going
to the
with my
subway.
little leaf wrap lamb. Let's go.
Well, Tor, considering Walmart's banned in your city, I don't blame you
Yeah,
for
if only I
knowing
liked
that.
Subway back then.
Walmart's banned in your city? We all have to fight for counter space. Being the chef, I get to call the longest one.
What did they do?
So these are betel leaves. It has this licoricey flavor.
I think there was some local legislation that said that a company like, ironically, like Walmart isn't allowed there.
And they grow so well in South
Amazon
Florida
has a huge
just because
presence,
of
though.
the similarity in
Well,
lettuce.
maybe it's Amazon
So
that
what I
kind
like
of
to
pushed
do
that.
is mixing the dry and wet
sounds
ingredients together first, just so that we don't have any weird pockets of dry ingredients.
I don't remember
in
all
there.
the details.
This is the mixture of lemongrass and shallots.
I don't know, I grew up in a town where for most of my life Walmart was the biggest grocery store you could go to.
Coarsely ground up beef mixture that
So it wasn't
has
until
about
after I
30%
moved
fat, ensuring
I moved
that
up closer to the
final
city
product is not going to be dry.
that I started
So this
hearing
lamb wrap
everybody
dish
say how
comes
much
with
they
a
thought
lettuce
Walmart sucked,
wrap
and I was
setup.
like, what?
There's nothing that is more representative of Vietnamese food and
But my
flavor
Walmart was always
profile.
good.
On a busy night, I would have
And then we went to the
roll
Walmarts
out
up here and I was
lambs
like,
and
okay,
back
I
as
understand
service
the
happening
opinion
in
now.
front. You would start with the bottom side up. So because the bottom side
Oh, these
is
things are so good, by the way,
rougher, we'll hold
guys.
on to the meat, spread it to the side.
These are a lot thicker than we
slowly
would
but
normally
tightly
have them.
Wrap everything together. Walking back from school, we would always pass by this beetle beef stand on the
Okay,
side of the
good, they
road,
cook them.
and the
Oh.
aroma brings such
Okay.
memories to me. So the second that my auntie told me, hey, I have beetle leaves in my backyard, let me know if you ever need, I was like, I definitely need to put that dish on the menu. All right, I just rolled like 100 of this. My scallop just got here. I'm gonna have to go cure some scallops. These are U10 scallop from New High Port, just about an hour outside of Boston. They are
Yeah, this is a
fresh,
lot of work.
frozen.
Can you do the same
Honestly,
amount of
one the
work
best
with
scallops I've
choosing
ever had in
wine?
my life too. We have 5 pounds of scallops here. I usually do 5% lime zest, 5% MSG, and 5% salt. So the scallop dish is
I'm just so
raw
curious.
Scallop crudo dish. Curing the scallop firm up the texture. It's served with coconut nước chấm, which is a traditional Vietnamese dipping sauce, patty herb oil, Thai basil, and fried garlic. To me, Vietnamese food is also really bright and acidic.
'Cause of lime.
Zest
There's
adds a
partners of-
nice citrusy note without
The thing
me
says
having to
partners
add
of
a lot of lime
sommelier,
juice.
it's French,
Vietnamese
that
people
means
don't
it's
really like to
fancy
eat raw
job.
seafood.
Oh my goodness.
Time goes on, and as I have gained more confidence as
And
a
also
chef,
he's apparently the one
I
that
feel a
fixes
lot
the oven
more
when it
free
breaks.
to kind of just put on things that I believe is very good.
Well, someone
and
has
can,
to.
You know, continue to push the envelope. It's gonna go back into the fridge for
Oh,
30
scallops.
minutes to cure. And
That's
after that,
oh, that
give
looks
it an
really
iPad.
good.
It will
If
firm
we're-
up the texture
If,
of the
if
scallops
we're talking about a
lot more.
sommelier,
My sous chef
that's
is
the
working on a really
person
special
that
R&D
like
dish right now. If it's ready, I'm
Hello.
gonna have to take some photo for it.
you're having this tonight. For this, I would recommend this.
This is Adrian Ochoa, my
Oh,
very
they're the
talented sous
wine
chef. He's been
horoscope
with
person.
Tam Tam since our
What?
pop-up time. And he's currently
Horoscope?
working on a new special for us for our spring menu.
I spoke to our meat guy, Brandon.
The fuck is that in the
What he
middle?
suggested was, and he said he hated the name, but the Thor's Hammer, which is basically like an Ossobuco hind
Meat
shank.
hammer.
And what we settled on
It's
was
the enemy meat on a
for 2
bone.
days, sous videing it for about 16 hours. Then we finish it off in the
16
oven
hours.
for service.
This is my second
Kinda.
time seeing this. We ran it last weekend just to see
The
people's
marrow.
reaction.
Look,
Sous
look,
We
vide
have
look at the
already made
marrow.
some changes. We
Ziploc
lined
it.
the plate with banana leaves. We wanted to
Better
give
scoop
it a
that out with a
more
spoon.
impressive presentation.
It's a water
Ziploc
bath,
and
yeah.
putting it in the
Adjusted
boiling
cooking
water.
temperature and time.
It's not boiling.
Looking at it right
Or
now, I
whatever-
think he nailed it.
It's gonna be
Whatever
a little
temperature.
151 up top. Gonna light it on fire as we take it to the table.
Oh,
The
Okay.
overall goal
Oh, that's fancy.
for me, when I taste a new dish, is that one, it has to taste Vietnamese uncompromisingly. It has to taste good. It has to be fun to eat. We
what's
also like
actually
to have
really
different side
common in
dishes to
Vietnamese
go with
cooking
the
is having
dish.
all of those herbs around there.
It's
That
amazing. The shrimp-
sometimes you'll
shrimp
see
paste when it
like
come through,
some
cooked
celery,
up with
not
salt.
celery, some like lettuce
The
or
sauce is rich,
cabbage
but
with
also really bright at the same time.
American
Every time I'm
dishes. This,
reheating it,
but like
bone
all these
marrow
herbs and
inside
stuff
actually
have a
renders
like
out,
pretty
and
strong
I'm creating
flavor
kind of a
herbs.
vinaigrette with tamarind, white
I
pepper,
saw minced leaves
Szechuan
in there.
pepper,
Yeah.
My favorite way to eat this is
So
with
there'd be
the
like
fried cracker.
sometimes it would be like basil and
Teeny tiny little eggplants that you.
oh, I guess a bunch of leaves
think
that
it's
I
very
don't
much ready to be
know
on
the
the
names
menu.
of.
Adrian is like one of my best friends. If
It's
I
kind
don't
of like that
it,
in
I
Thai
will-
cooking
It's very easy
too.
for me to say.
Hmm.
That sucks. The general wisdom is food cost should be about 20 to 30% of the price on the menu. For a dish that has a really high food cost, like this one already, we're not gonna do 20 or 30%. We're probably gonna cut some loss to that. But at the same time, it satisfies our needs to do fun things, to push the boundaries of the cuisine. The next step before this can be on the menu is I have to take some photos for
Plus, having
our
something
Instagram
really
and
fun
social
is
media.
for
Let's
also
plate up
good
another
for
one so I can take the
promotion.
photo of this. My dad got me my first camera when
Take
I
the
was
photo
16.
for the
When
for the
I was able first to open
image
a business,
submission.
I
Yeah,
started
and
learning
people
how to do food
fucking
photography.
Instagram it.
My style of food photography
And so,
was
well,
inspired
social
by
media,
Bon Appetit
yeah. I was about to
magazine.
bring up Facebook,
I really
but
like that.
Well, they're setting up a whole studio.
Definitely being a owner operating
Oh,
business, I will have to wear.
it's
different
nice
hats,
for them to get the
It allows
lighting
me
right
to do
because
things
so
I love,
many
which
other
is
photographers
cooking
get it
and
so
taking
wrong.
Photos.
Missed opportunity to change his
Photography
hat.
definitely has helped a lot with our
Or
popularity.
they just don't use
So the trick to
actual
make something
food.
look appetizing is the color temperature of my food photography. is usually
Sometimes if
being
they're
on the
displaying
warm side.
something.
We also
Like
add
the mashed
a lot
potato
of
ice
herbs
cream.
and also red components helps to make something look appetizing.
Oh, that sauce! I want some of that sauce.
Well, let's light it up.
You see it.
Kinda like
You
a
get
little
some of
flame
that
off
with
the
your
top.
restaurants,
Surprisingly,
right?
I always like with like meats and things like that. I like to do sparkling.
Get
so
some
I
of
do have
what?
the
The
wonderful, like,
chili,
Vermont
the chili
Jura that's
paste,
gonna
the
be
chilies,
rosé,
and
it's
like
gonna have some
the.
body to it, and then the sparkling's kind of
The
gonna
chilies
cut
and
through
the
that,
oil,
And the-
yeah.
that real meatiness of it. So it's all about balance.
I like
think
the
that's
chilies
nice.
in the
Thank you for joining me today.
Oh,
I really have to get back to service.
the fish
Door's about
sauce.
to open. Usually my day ends when the
Yeah,
last
that's pretty good
tables set down, so that's about 10 o'clock. But right now you really have to go.
There's such a small
Bye.
flame coming out of the bone that he didn't even show that he got a picture of it. Is it even
Vietnamese
worth it
desserts
at that
can
point?
really push your limits. Comes in many
Cum?
shapes and sizes.
Oh.
Vietnamese people just love
Oh,
soup.
oh, wait.
They love soup so much. And even in dessert, they're
we
like, let me have a bowl
actually
of soup.
we have like
Among
I think
the
like
top
soup.
100 most popular desserts in Asia. The Vietnamese dessert menu is divine and packed with all
Yeah.
kinds of flavors. With a culture that's constantly evolving.
And then we
I'm
all
always
call it
excited to
soy.
find a new
We
dessert
just
every
call it
single
soy,
day.
dude.
So we got blue, we
It's
got
like-
green, we got red, we got it all. And 15,000, today we're gonna show you 5 desserts that you have to try in Saigon. Let's go. The first one's really close.
What the fuck was that? Like weird horror
get some banana.
super speed edit. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I
So the
blinked and
first
I
thing we're
missed
gonna
it.
get is a dessert that you can find any time of the day.
What is this?
In the morning, the afternoon, night, this is always available. This is
Oh, this is
poutine.
bananas.
Poutine is like a fried banana. Typically, when you're looking for this kind of snack, when you want one, you're always gonna find it at a vendor like this. Just a super
Fried
small
banana is
piece
so
of
good.
with a
Total
bowl of
language
oil and
too?
they're frying stuff.
Huh?
Sometimes they'll also sell some like sweet
Is
potato french
Vietnamese a
fries, or they
total
might
language?
Sell like
What do you mean by
spicy
what's a
tapioca
total
fritter
language?
Kind of thing. But most will always sell this
Tonal.
banana. So if
Oh,
you see a
tonal?
cart like
Yeah,
this,
it's
and
pretty
you see some
tonal.
long fried
okay.
looking things, it's gonna be
Okay.
fried bananas. You know you're in the right spot. Always good. This vendor is funny because
All
the
the-
man's name is Thung.
that's
I
why-
The
they
name of the
got
vendor
even
is
me to eat
Mr. Thung
bananas.
That's
Thuy,
why
which
when
is
they
Mr. Thung
French
banana.
Romanized
So I
it,
guess
they
that would be
needed
like
all
Mr.
the
Chad
different
banana would be the name of
fucking
my stall. Pretty funny.
hats and
So
lines
this is
and
like a pretty
stuff, all the
standard version is
accents.
what you're gonna see at every vendor.
Oh,
90% of the time, always
That
gonna have some black
indicates
sesame seeds on the
indicates
outside,
how you say
and
the
then it's made with that thick apple
the
banana
the
that's sort of
vowel.
thicker, more firm banana than the typical ones we see in the States. Let's try it.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna
It's
even
so damn
try to
good.
pronounce some of
I don't know why
this
when I
stuff.
first came here, I
I
didn't
mean, you
really
can
like
just
this.
you can
It's not that
just
I didn't like it, I just didn't
you can just
appreciate
fucking
it.
say
Now
it.
it's amazing. One of my favorite snacks.
I
It's just
could,
so
but I
simple.
might say
It's super
something
crispy on the
awful,
outside.
too.
The banana when it fries, it almost gets like creamy, like a custard on the inside. Typically, all the vendors will make their batter with wheat flour, and then they'll use some
never
kind of other
tried
starch,
fried
whether it's
banana
going to be
before.
rice
That's
flour,
Fried
corn
banana is
starch, or even potato
delicious.
starch. So there's a little bit of a combination.
It's so
and then that
good.
makes it get
It's
super
like it's
crispy because
melted
it's
on
such
the
a
inside.
simple dish. The real
Mhm.
difference is just in the frying
And crunchy on the
technique. Like a
outside.
bad vendor will just be oily, and these good vendors
Finally,
are a
a
little
way
bit
to
less
eat
oily,
banana. Eat
and they hold their
banana.
crunch for a longer period of time. This vendor's
Why
interesting
don't
where they
you
double
like
fry
the-
it, so they
oh,
dip it
right,
in their
'cause
batter,
squishy.
fry it, and then they go
You don't
back
like
in the
squishy.
batter again after about it's half cooked, and then
I
go
don't
again. So we
know.
get a little bit of a thicker
tried a
coating, not
banana
overly
one.
thick. Really makes it nice. I've never seen a vendor who also serves ice cream on the side, but that would be killer. Give me some ice cream, and this is it.
Oh, ice. Oh yes, we add that. We add vanilla ice cream to the fried banana. It's so good.
Less than 50 cents for one. It's
Sounds
amazing.
tasty.
Mr. Banana
I'm
knows
not
what he's
gonna
doing.
lie. He opened up that banana. I'm like, that looks like he just opened up an alien carcass. Get that away from me.
Well, right now we're gonna get jaya. Very, very important
Jaya.
dessert to Vietnamese cuisine.
Jaya, so
and it's like a
there's-
category
well,
of desserts.
ja-
It's
yeah.
kind of like saying cake in America. Like it's such a big category.
Wait,
Some
what do
people
you mean
translate it
30K?
to a sweet
30K
soup,
what?
which I hate that translation. This spot specializes in one that's called jaya bai mon. So it's a jaya that has 7 colors. So we'll get that and a few other things. So we got 4 different styles here.
Jaya.
Typically these are
I
going to be
need
served
to
in
look up the
glasses. You don't always
exchange
see it
rate.
served in a bowl.
They're in
That's not
Vietnam,
true.
right?
Depends on what kind
Yeah,
it
it's-
is. Serving it like this does make it
it's-
feel more like a soup,
think
so maybe
it's
that translation
not
works.
gonna be
So
that
you'll see
expensive.
that these are all kind of different. Some will have coconut milk on top, some don't. Some are really
Coconut
thick,
milk
some are
is
really
so
thin.
good.
This is the dao dao ban lao. This is the red bean with this kind of green jelly.
I find it hilarious.
It's good. I know for a lot of Westerners, this kind of thing seems weird,
Fried
especially as a
plantain,
dessert.
that sounds
But the
good.
more you eat it, the
So
more you appreciate it, and it gets
currently
really damn tasty. It has
US
red beans that are
dollar
cooked
is
so soft.
24,000.
They have a little bit of salt,
Yeah.
coconut milk, some fresh peanuts, and the little green noodle
Damn.
itself too. Sweet, creamy, soft, and then this has ice in it as well. So this is a very cold one.
We
so
love
this
dong.
is another classic one. This one's called Jay Kwai Mon, aka taro jay.
Dong.
So you can see this one has no ice on it. It doesn't
think-
have any liquid
how do you
on
pronounce
it.
it?
It's kind of
It'd
like a
be
thick rice
dong.
pudding with taro.
I think.
It's not
wait,
always this blue
I don't,
though.
I don't.
This one kinda
I
has a
need to
very
see the
unique color to
fucking.
it.
I don't remember the fucking.
This one's like much more luxurious,
Accents.
much richer, much thicker. This one, I dig it. If you were coming to Vietnam for the first time
Because
and
we
you want
don't-
to try Jaya,
When I
this
hear
is a
it,
good
I
spot
think
to get this
more
one.
of like a bell.
So the next one is another classic called Sam Bo Lo. Pretty sure that's it.
Just
This
imagine
one is
just
based on Chinese
running up
cuisine.
with
It's
one
a
of those
super old version and it's a super
comically large
strange
bells
one
and
too.
going
So inside this one we have a very
on
light
somebody's head.
soup. This one's mildly
I think
sweet
that has
and
grass
kind of
jelly.
an herbal background to it. So in this one we have
I
dried
was
logan,
wondering
water
what that was.
chestnut, grass jelly,
It's grass jelly, yeah.
Chinese date, and
Grass
seaweed.
jelly's really
Such a
yummy.
bizarre thing. The first time I ate this, I was like,
I don't know what it's
"How is
made of,
this
but
thing?"
it's yummy.
It's kind of nice. It's not fatty at all. It's probably an
Grass
old people
jelly?
dessert. Seems
It
like that.
better
But I
not
like
be
it.
actual
Anytime I take
grass.
foreigners out
Why
around
not?
the city, I always get this for them to try because I just think it's so unique.
Because I'm not a cat.
Finally, the
Bamboo's
specialty
a
of the
grass.
restaurant.
Bamboo's
So this
delicious.
is Jaya Bai Mon, or aka
Bamboo is a
7-color
grass?
Jaya. I've never seen that before, and basically I think it's
Yeah.
just everything. Just pretty much everything over there, just thrown into a bowl.
What's
I have no
what's
idea
what's
what kind of
popular?
bowl it is.
That's what's popular
I
across
expected
like
to have a filling. No, it's just a one
a lot of
big,
Vietnamese
giant,
a
chewy
lot of
ball.
Vietnamese
So in
people
terms
is
of the soup or the broth, it's basically the same as the
Jia
red
Ban
bean
Mao.
one, but we just have a lot more
It's
textures
just
in here.
Jaya
is like
has
such a popular dessert. There's
it
at
has, like-
least 60 different
it
kinds.
has, like,
At
milk.
least. There's probably much more than that, but that's what I can think of really.
mung
the thing that's cool is you can
bean,
always try something new every time you come to a new
red
spot. And I'm
bean.
sure each region of the country has Jaya that they're famous for as well. So it's
Boiling the
super exciting.
aged and slightly
Jaya to me is something
oxidized
that I never
stalks
really
and leaves
craved. When I think
of
of dessert, I think of a cookie and I think of cake. That's what I want. But the
plant
longer I'm
name
here, the more Jaya I eat,
with
I enjoy
potassium
it more
carbonate
more
and a
more.
little
And now
starch.
sometimes when I eat it, I really get into it. We'll do a full episode
not that
dedicated to this
complicated.
later, though.
Platostoma palustre.
Strange, just some sort
Cool
of
spot.
fucking grass.
Next, we got to get flan. Someone's house.
I don't know.
We're sitting in the front yard.
Flan?
So we're here for flan.
I wonder
which
if it'd
is
set off my
curiously a
allergies.
very popular dessert in Vietnam.
Why is that curious?
Flan, flan yao, flan yu, flan yu.
I didn't know that
That's
we
one
don't have a lot of
things
flan
that
So of course,
here.
after the French
me
came, flan became a very
about
popular
trying
common
new
dessert here.
foods
The unique
is
thing about flan served in
I'm
Vietnam
really
is it's always
worried
served
that
with black coffee.
I'm gonna try
and ice on
something
top.
new and be
Super
like,
unique, super
"Oh,
strange to me at first.
surprise,
but I love
you're
it.
definitely
And the best
allergic
place
to
is
this,
served
and
with
now your
coconut milk on
windpipe
top
is
as well.
swelling up."
I'm pretty sure we're at a best place. We'll see. Okay, here we go. A cute little flan. And even the ice on top seems so strange to me before, but now if I eat it without ice, it's missing something. Like the ice, it definitely improves it.
I guess an
Always so
allergy
good.
test
Jaya
wouldn't
is very
hurt.
good, but as a foreigner, this is
I'm
what
not
tickles
gonna
my
lie,
tongue,
I
guess.
think-
Creamy custard. The coconut milk and the coffee is just it's rich. I think for most people
I
that's
think
like
I've
a
had- I
combination
think I
I haven't
had
before,
custard
but it's
at
awesome.
one point when
I
I
know
was
a
a
lot of
kid.
people prefer
Or like
the
a
original
flan
flavor.
like
I think it's the
that.
best. But for me,
Was
I
it-
always like the new flavors. Let's try new flavors.
The French were
This
in
one's melon
Japan for
flavor,
a
which
while.
I've never seen before. It's okay.
The French were in Japan for a
I think this
while.
one would be better without coffee, just coconut milk. And this one's avocado, which I've never heard
That's
of.
why. Flan.
It's not like a flan, it's like something else. It's like a creamy avocado custard. It's kind of fluffy.
Hello.
I like it.
Avocado
bitter.
custard. I haven't had
Now,
I haven't
something else
had
that's kinda
Vietnamese
cool.
flan
A lot of
before
these
though.
flan spots in the recent years have started making panna cotta. So this is like milk custard thickened with gelatin that's becoming more and more popular. Super creamy. This one's a different style. It definitely has Laughing Cow cheese inside. However, the winner is the original. Original flavor is so good. The caramelized sugar, the coffee, the coconut milk is awesome.
The coffee and
This is, like, a
coconut
very
milk with
popular
flan. That
snack
sounds
in the
really
afternoon or at
good.
nighttime. And right now we're in like a suburb kind of neighborhood area of District 7. Tons of people walking around, getting off after work, having snacks here. It's a cool spot.
Can you pause it?
So this dish is gonna be like a game of cat and mouse because these vendors.
What? What? What happened?
Corn need to go do something, it seems.
I see. I favorited this because of the ears, but then when you pointed it out that I'm you colors, I was like, bonus.
How dare you? How dare I?
So now I'm your big sister.
Not again.
Bye.
Bye?
Hmm?
Who are you saying hi to?
Chat.
Global Malaise.
Oh.
Nice name.
What does Malays mean again?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it reminds me of glaze. Malaise is a general feeling of discomfort, uneasiness, or lack of well-being that can be a symptom of almost any health condition. Or at least that's what the AI overview says. But basically, when you're starting to get sick, it's the like, bleh. You start to feel.
They say their name makes Yuland flinch, but I'm not sure if Yuland is conscious.
I don't think Yulin is conscious now. Considering we've said their name multiple times and they haven't reacted. I'm not sure if it's, but I mean they are moving, but that might just be their tracking. When they're lying still in this position, their tracking almost makes it look like they're going through a very light earthquake. Am I loud?
Hmm?
Am I loud?
Not more so than normal that I can tell.
Okay. I unironically want to see Kratos from God of War fight Sun Wukong. Just because I want to see how they would do it.
I'm not sure how well that would go. Because Kratos has the benefit of being an overpowered, because he's a video game protag with like 5 games under his belt. Wukong is overpowered because he's from ancient mythology. And they had a lot more crazy ideas back then.
And he's, immortal 7 times over or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't even have to be like Wukong. It can be like one of his clones.
Every clone is supposed to be as strong as the original.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's the point.
Do I have anything on my pillow? No, I don't. So I can lay down, no problem. Julian's moving. Sorry if we woke you.
No, that's okay.
Global Malays cheered. X100, Happy Wiener.
I forgot this model. The only changes I would make is I would make the ears identical and make the eyes blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Ah. Take that.
That was my Google timer going off to tell me, hey, it's 1 hour after you took your thyroid medicine. You can eat something now if you want.
Ooh, I could go get grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese at a quarter past midnight?
You say that like there's a problem with it.
I mean... Oh right, your mom's on a cruise.
Me? So we have like a sandwich press.
My mom stopped having input when I started doing my own food. And I'd have like absolute junk at 8 a.m. in the morning. And I don't remember if this happened, but I wouldn't be surprised. She's like, "You're gonna have that for breakfast?" And I'd have been like, "Well, what have you made me? I didn't make you breakfast."
In my case it's more so sometimes. In my case, it's more so sometimes my mom can't sleep, so she sleeps in the living room, which is connected to the kitchen. So if she does that, I need to pick something quieter to fix. So I don't bug her.
Oh, kill me.
Oh wait. Did Core and Sen fall asleep? No.
Core's away.
Core had to go do something. Okay. Does Core have spikes coming out of there? What are these? When they fold up, yes.
It's a weight gain issue.
I hate
It's one.
that.
It's one vertex. It's pretty much effortless to fix. I already fixed it on our other model.
I see. You are a saint.
Well, I did watch a few tutorial videos on weight painting, and one of them really enlightened me. It's say lower your strength to like 30%, use a drawing tablet, and make sure you make use of the smooth wall, and that really helped with a lot of things.
The smooth. Oh yeah, the smooth tool is amazing.
Or blur tool. But most of the weight paint issues are just pretty low effort. It's like the creator may have been an oopsie or did a shortcut or cut a corner there.
Or something made an oopsie when it got imported into thingy-majig.
We had to deal with that with face tracking. It's even on the thumbnail where there's a mistake visible.
Why does saying your name make global flinch? Wait, Yulin flinch global. I just realized how late it was. Rhea, hey Rhea. Global. Thank you for the 100 bits. Alright, let's finish this video out then. I'm being done for tonight.
Stay still. They're always on a bicycle and they're always riding around. So we're just gonna have to drive, keep our eyes open, and look. Wish us luck.
Well,
Global
maximum wiener talk. That's why.
X100.
What?
Maximum wiener talk. That's
One.
why.
That's awesome.
What are you guys talking about?
This is a snack that you'll see in like really busy areas, maybe in front of schools, maybe in front of like a carnival or something like that. But it's always vendors that are moving. So we're gonna get a snack here that I really love, and it's called Ba Bia Ngot. Ba is beef. Bia has no meaning apparently, and Ngot means sweet. It was this awesome little snack. Let's get a couple from this lady, try it out. A food cart on wheels that's hard to miss. When you see this lady, stop her on the street and get this one-of-a-kind dessert. A chewy rice tortilla wrapped with shredded coconut, peanuts, black sesame seeds, but the crunchy sugar stick is the star of the show.
Yeah.
This dish was a challenge.
What are you
to
talking
find,
about,
but
Wiener?
we got lucky. I'm so glad we found her in time, yes! When the rain came, I was all upset because I didn't want to get wet. But this dish is so hard to find when you want to find it. It could have taken us hours to find this thing. And luckily, when the rain came, the lady pulled over and we drove right past her. This is one of my favorite snacks to get on the street, especially after dinner because it's really light. It's not too sweet. I just think it's really cool because you just have to be in the right place at the right time. Awesome snack. Let's try it. I love it. Super simple. You kind of get like the rich, crunchy coconut and then the really crispy sugar. So it's a nice contrast in there. And then the outside wrapper is a little bit chewy. The sugar is now starting to melt. But it's almost like a really thick cotton candy where the sugar is like
why not?
Yeah, that's the
but
thing.
it's thicker than cotton candy because it has some crunch to it.
It's just a Chicago thing.
It's hard not to like sugar.
If the
Such a cool
dog
little
is
snack.
good enough,
Kind of
I won't
easy to
have to put
find if you're in the
anything
right
on
spot, but impossible to find if you're trying to find it. Very
Sen
cool.
is a good
I
boy.
want to go to Chicago.
So the reason we couldn't find this spot
Get
is
a
it
hot
wasn't open
dog.
yet.
Are you a good boy, Sen?
Can you catch up to this?
We're lost. So that makes sense.
Look, there's
it's
a
right back here.
cat.
It's super busy. Let's go try it. A sweet treat coming from the Mekong Delta. It's been 20 years since the first arrival in Saigon, and the locals love it. A soft, sticky rice layer wraps around the banana. But we still have one key ingredient left. This pandan flavored coconut milk. Let's put this unique snack together. This is called nep chewy nung. So nep is sticky rice, chewy is banana, and nung is grilled. So this is a grilled banana with sticky rice. But this is actually nep chewy nung la yua. This is the grilled banana with sticky rice with pandan leaf, and then it's served with a green coconut milk,
like
which is flavored with the pandan as well. To me, this is next level.
That'll do.
Wow, this is a good one. This is a good one. The sticky rice is chewy, a little bit crispy on the parts that were grilled hard, and banana's nice and cooked through. The rich, fatty coconut sauce, slightly thickened with some tapioca. It is just awesome. And for me, I love pandan. I think pandan is such an underrated flavor. It's so fantastic. To me, it's like the vanilla of Vietnam. It's a little grassy, it's a little vanilla flavor. Such a good flavor.
Pandan is
grilled
like
banana many times,
the
but the one that
best.
has the pandan inside is a little hard to find. Right off the grill, it's still warm, and the coconut milk has a little bit of salt in it, so it's nice. It's not too sweet. This is a winner.
That looks really good.
Well, it got dark again. I thought the rain was over, but it's not over. It's coming back. All of these desserts are awesome, but today, in particular, that banana with pandan was freaking fantastic. Definitely the winner of the day. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to go on a food tour with me, check out chatkubanuts.com.
Pandan is the green flavor.
See ya.
Tastes like green.
True, did you hear that? There's a green flavor.
Good boy.
I think he might have gone off to get that grilled cheese. Yeah, I think he did.
Alright. Bye, stream.
I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
No, I just wanted to be nice.
Oh, okay. Bye, stream.
Bye bye, guys. Nice.
Bye, Wall. Have a good night, Wall. Of course, petting the wall. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I'm gonna go join my friend who's in a popcorn palace.
Okay.
Boop.
It's Yori, by the way, in case you were wondering.
What I miss?
And it's
What was that?
for an interesting fight.
Jack went to join Yori for his ending.
Okie dokie. I got my grilled cheese.
We thought this was. Some sort of grilled cheese variants that I had. A kind of recent-ish, but I don't know what it is.
I don't get fancy, I just take bread, Kraft single, put it in the sandwich press, and wait.
Sandwich press. Oh, I guess those are the thing, yeah. That would make it a lot easier, more convenient.
Let's go visit Zone, guys, why don't we? Bye-bye.
Don't forget to switch back to stereo.
Oh, yeah.
I just remembered because I'm circling you, I'm talking.
Alright. Be right back, guys.